Hello, hello. Oh, I still have it reversed. Ah, well. I kind of like it. No, I kind of don't. Yeah, I'm not sure about it. I'm thinking about rearranging my whole setup again, but at this point I'm kind of like set in my ways. I was wondering why that looks a bit lower than usual. Not that it really matters. I tend to sit down here anyway. I'm probably going to rearrange my screens because, I got my 2 screens set up and everything. So I'm probably going to rearrange them, maybe tilt further into the corner or further away from the corner. I haven't decided. Probably going to do something more with the background. As much as I love having my tree branch here, I think I might put my tree branch back in the living room. Kind of liked it in the living room. Not that I have a specific spot for it. So you can't see how tall it is, but it goes all the way to the ceiling. And I need to find a better place to put my pride flag as well, since the cats have decided that this is their favorite place to play. Which is why there's no cat claws all over my pride flag. Which is fine. But I plan on picking up a few more. I mean, I could just have a whole bunch of pride flags back there because I represent quite a few letters in the alphabet mafia. So I should fly all of my colors. Umbrella, I fit under, with including umbrellas, and then more specific, I fall under quite a few of the different flags. Because I fall under, of course, the gay flag, specifically the equality one, the trans flag, the non-binary flag, the asexual flag, probably the pan flag as well, which, I know, interesting mix, having the ace flag and the pan flag simultaneously, but let's be real. I'm not going to explain myself. That's just the way that it is going to be. I am looking forward to this. We actually got started on time today, which is nice, other than, 2 minutes, but, whatever. But we got started on time today because we are playing the end of Eliza. Hopefully. I mean, unless one of the last 2 chapters is ridiculously long, we are going to be reaching the end tonight, which is interesting. I'm excited to see what happens in this particular story. I've been enjoying it so far. It's been... maybe enjoy is the wrong word for it. It is very well written. There isn't a lot to do game-wise. I'm hoping there's going to be a little bit more choice along the way. Right now it's mostly just been like different dialogue options and then like exploring the location that I'm currently at with like 2 to 3 things to view. So there's not, gameplay-wise it's limited, but it's really more of an interactive, just an interactive story, I guess. Not really a graphic novel. Well, kind of. Interactive graphic novel, I guess. Yeah. But it's been a very interesting one so far. So I'm excited to see... I'm wondering how much our choices... Hey, Ash! I'm wondering how much our choices actually affect the outcome of what we're heading towards in this game, but I am interested to see how it is affected. I was just talking about finishing up Eliza, so I haven't gotten started on anything yet. Yeah, if I sleep with anybody, yeah. Funny that you mentioned that. We were just talking about pride flag, it was just me, talking about pride flags and such, because I've got this one and I need to find a new place for it so the cats stop clawing it up. But I'm probably just going to have more flags, especially June is on its way, so I like it because June is Pride Month, and then July is Gray Month. It's me, my birthday. But probably going to end up with a whole bunch of things all over the place. It does. This game does start really well. I'm actually at the end. Welcome in, Rabbit Chicken. Welcome to the party. We're actually going to be finishing up Eliza. We're playing episodes 5 and 6, or chapters 5 and 6 tonight. So we've already made it 4 chapters in. Very excited to see how it ends. So far, it has been very well written. Not a lot gameplay-wise, but it's still a very interactive story. And I have been very, very frustrated and very, very upset many times. But also, there's a lot of good stuff here. So I'm excited to see it continued. So we are going to pick up where we left off last time. And we're just going to hop right in. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to remember what happened oh, right. The last thing that we did was hang out with, hang out with our very dear, which we need to be making more strides towards actually starting a relationship with Nora. But anyways, okay, so we're off at work. This morning, Ray looks a little down. I don't think Soren the Moron wasn't the one that we were with at the end, was it? That was slightly before. The very last... Gotcha. Thanks for joining us, Rabbit Chicken. No worries. Feel free to check out. I'll be posting them on my YouTube eventually if you ever want to take a look at that. That's going to be coming up here in the next month. If you want to, you don't have to, but I definitely appreciate you popping in. Thank you, and thanks for the follow. So, it's noticeable since she's usually so cheerful.
Good morning, Evelyn. There are lemon bars in the kitchen.
That's good to know.
Thanks.
Lemon bars. Okay.
Did something happen?
Oh, it's nothing big.
Well, it must be something if you're upset.
Apparently some famous writer I never heard of wrote an essay about how Eliza is bad because it represents the mechanization of humanity or something.
What?
I should be used to it. We're a pretty big target,
What's with
right?
the music?
Still, it gets on my nerves. We
Okay.
work hard to build something with value, and then some self-styled intellectual gadfly comes along and just goes, actually, that's bad. You guys are ruining society.
I mean...
To guys like him, everything's a doom and gloom scenario. The people we're helping, that somehow doesn't count.
Okay, well...
This
Okay.
kind of thinking never bothers you?
Okay, there is a lot of ways to take what you just said, Ray. Just because something is helping some people does not mean it isn't a bad thing. Immediately, my thoughts go to ABA therapy. Just because it helps some people doesn't mean it's a good thing. That being said, as much as I want to say, having therapy available for most individuals, for as many people as possible, is a good thing. In some ways, it can be done incorrectly. I guess I'll have to read it.
I guess I'll have to read it.
There was this quote from someone who worked on Eliza who turned into a big critic. Nora something. Did you work with her?
Maybe. Oh yeah, we worked pretty closely. I did. She's a friend, actually.
I did. She's a friend, actually.
Maybe more than a friend. Hopefully, if I play my cards right.
Yeah? What's she like?
Amazing. Both incredibly intelligent and also incredibly rebellious and beautiful, but in the both conservatively like mainstream way, but also in the her own individual, unique, personal way.
I'm curious how you go from building something to turning around and disparaging it publicly like that.
It's not difficult, especially not when a big money corporation takes over it and ruins it basically, or exploits it. She's an artist and musician now.
She's an artist and musician now.
Yep.
She used to be really shy and reserved, but lately she's become a lot more outgoing.
Yeah.
Even back then, though, she had a pretty strong idea of what was right and what was wrong, and sometimes she'd clash with management. She left Skanda at some point after I did. Maybe the battles took their toll, or she wasn't able to win enough of them.
Yep. When you see it warped and perverted before your eyes, it becomes very fucking easy.
These days she focuses on electronic art and music and activism. I think she's pretty popular, at least in those circles.
Well, it must be nice to have the ability to live that way.
Okay. Why did you word it like that? It must be nice to have the ability to live that way. But I don't want to tone police, but...
Ray.
What about Damien? Do you think it would be fair to his memory to abandon work on Eliza? To give up on his dream?
Excuse you? You don't know Damien. You don't get to talk about it.
Wouldn't he want these mental health tools accessible to everyone?
Yes, but not in the capacity that they currently are.
How do you know about that?
The other day, I was looking at more of your papers. The ones from when you were at the university, and clicking on the links to your co-author sites.
Are you spying on me, Ray?
That's when I saw Damien's page. It didn't have much information on it, but I understand a little better why... I'm sorry, Evelyn. It's just that all of us, you and me and Damien and even Nora, too, we all worked hard to make something with the intention of making the world a better place.
Stab it.
And the thanks we get is people talking in big generalizations about how we're ruining everything. That's what bothers me.
People generalize. That's literally... It's a logical fallacy. It's... As somebody who is supposed to be doing therapy, you should know things like this.
Is Eliza perfect? No. No intervention is perfect. But we have to try, don't we?
And you're generalizing as well, assuming that everything is so, like, cut and dry. Eliza is good. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. Eliza is only ever good, and there's no potential harm with what you're currently doing.
The world is in a full-on mental health crisis, and this is one of the tools.
It's always in a
full-on
full-on mental health crisis.
We should develop to its fullest potential.
It's always. It's just there's less of a stigma.
I'm not some wild-eyed idealist about this. I know it's not magic that'll solve everything.
Could have fooled me.
But can you see that most people don't have the luxury of turning their backs to the system?
I don't know what that means, right?
Think about the clients you've met as a proxy.
Yeah. I liked 2 of them.
Would you tell them to not take the medications that help them be functional because the pharmaceutical industry has questionable ethics sometimes?
That has been the basis of my argument! That has been the basis of my argument! There's a... Take your meds, but at the same time, meds shouldn't be the first thing to go to. You know, when it's only ever telling you to take meds and not actually helping. That's a completely different story than taking meds and also getting help. This one, the help is only let me vent and then take medications. Or do a stupid little VR program. Usually it's both. It's like, let me vent, let me distract, and let me medicate. And that is it. I don't want any help with any of my issues. I don't want any advice on what things I can actually do other than these 3 things. And I don't want to better my life in any way. Yeah.
Would you tell them to stop coming to therapy because what they should really be doing is completely changing the way our society is structured?
We can do both. We can go to therapy and completely change the way society is structured. We can do both. They are not mutually exclusive.
Sorry, I'm ranting. I'd rather do something that can help people here and now, even if it ends up being a small step.
A small step.
For some reason, those words echo in my head. A small step.
Eliza helped me, you know? It really did. I was one of the first clients. Originally, I was just supposed to be testing it, but I remember once I was talking about my brother and how much anguish he was causing me and my family.
I'm not your therapist. I know I'm a proxy, but I'm not a therapist.
And listening to myself, I realized just how many expectations we had for him. Sometimes unspoken expectations. Ever since then, I've been thinking about that. How the story was always about how he failed us.
Mm-hmm.
But what if we failed my brother too?
Unless she said, what if? Not that she's come to that realization or anything helped her to get to that point or any steps.
I guess what I mean is sometimes when we talk out loud and give voice to our problems, we can hear ourselves too.
Uh-huh. You can also do that with a trained and licensed therapist who can then also give you advice and coping tools and exercises in order to actually help.
That's why I won't give up on this approach, no matter what anyone says. Pundits, critics, former employees, even you, Evelyn.
Okay.
I'll understand if you don't want to work on Eliza anymore for whatever reason.
I'm not working on Eliza. I'm working with Eliza at the moment.
But, I think what you created has value. And I'm going to continue to do what I can to make it accessible to those who might benefit from it.
Okay. That's good for you. Like, that's honestly good for you. But other people can have other opinions too. Ray takes a deep breath and smiles. Don't force it.
Don't mind me.
Okay.
You should get to your session.
Okay. By now I'm slightly late for the session. Hopefully the client doesn't mind. The frames! The frames! Okay. Hey! It's Holiday! You're one of the two that I like. Yeah, that was a weird interaction. Honestly, like, I didn't want to be a part of that. Okay.
Hello, Holiday. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you.
This is a pretty comfortable chair, you know that? Wouldn't mind having a chair like this in my place.
How have you been since our last session?
Oh, well, I tried, Eliza. I tried. I asked about the medication for Panza, whatever it's called. I went to the pharmacy and they said, that'll be $162. And
Here we go.
said, I don't have $162. I said, is there a generic? And they said, there's no generic of this, but there's another drug that they do make the generic of that's similar to this one. But I don't have a prescription for that. Do you know anything about that?
I'm sorry to hear you had a difficult time. Is there something that would make it better?
The medical procedures they can do now are out of this world, you know that? I was talking to someone who told me she has wires in her brain. Wires in her brain. Would you let them do that? I'd be worried about them changing the way I think.
I'm sorry.
It's for essential tremors. That's what she said. It helps her not shake so much. There's always something. Something gets you. Did you ever think about what you might have been in a previous life?
I mean, I guess.
I know you're a therapist now, but maybe in the past you were a gardener tending to the plants. That's what it feels like to me. You like to let things grow. There's an energy there.
Okay.
It isn't so different from having a conversation with someone whose company you enjoy. Not that I believe in all that, you know. Everyone has got a different philosophy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Philosophy, that's not something I talk about much. I'd like to write a book one day. A book about things I've seen over the years. Think anyone would read a book I wrote?
I would read the book you wrote, Holiday.
I'm just kidding. I don't think I could write a book. It's a lot of work.
It is. Yeah.
Plus, it takes a certain kind of mind, you know, a mind to create. Not everyone is dedicated enough to do that, you know?
Yeah, I know.
There's a writer who lives on my floor. Most of the time, he looks miserable.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes he comes over for a cup of herbal tea, cinnamon, apple, chamomile. Helps him calm down.
Cinnamon apple tea sounds amazing.
I think he's maybe lived in the building the longest after me, of course. He doesn't say much. His head is in the clouds all the time. He's always thinking about what sentence to write next. There's not a lot of people who really want to talk, you know? Not in this city, nope.
I mean...
People say hello and move on. It's a very withdrawn set here.
I mean, that's why they have to find robots to talk to.
You don't say much either, but I like talking to you. Feels like you're listening to me. I like that. I like that.
Aww. I really like it.
I'm glad you like it. While you're here, is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
There was a man on the bus with a guitar yesterday.
Well, that's cool.
You're not supposed to play guitar on the bus. Well, you're not supposed to play anything on the bus, but he was.
Yeah.
Maybe the operator didn't think he was bothering anyone, or maybe she didn't care. I've noticed more bus operators seem like they don't care anymore lately. Anyway, it reminded me. You used to hear more music around here. Do you remember that? People playing their guitars on the street. You know, these shaggy-looking men. I don't see too many of those around anymore.
Yeah.
There is one gentleman has an old plastic jug on a strap, and he drums on that and sings. He's a nice man. I've seen him around. I saw another man once with beads in his hair. He was playing a flute, a Native American wooden flute. That was
Nice.
interesting.
That sounds really cool.
You play an instrument or anything like that?
Ukulele. Not well.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't understand the question.
When I was young, my mother had this idea I would play the violin.
Oh, good luck.
I have no idea where she got that notion. We weren't a musical family, not at all. I tried it for a while, but of course it didn't work out.
Bow control.
The
man.
teacher would say, okay, here's how it's supposed to go. And she would play this nice, beautiful melody. La da dee da da da. Okay, now you try it. And then I'd draw my bow back and I'd go. It takes a special talent to make a violin sound like that, don't you think? Isn't that just the funniest thing? Eventually, my mother realized it was a lost cause and she didn't push me too hard on it after that. I was never too good at anything artistic, just not the artistic type, you know?
I mean, you can be creative in different ways. It doesn't have to be artistic.
I think artists have a different mind. You have to be a little wacky in the head.
Agreed.
Do you ever wish that you could be an artist?
No, I have enough trouble already.
That's fair.
Holiday, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Dolphin Smiles. It may help you take your mind off things. You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
Oh, my phone broke. I forgot to mention.
Oh no.
The screen is cracked and you can't see much on it anymore.
Might need to get it replaced.
I don't know if it would work anyway. A lot of the new stuff doesn't.
It's an older phone. Makes sense.
That's okay. You can also access the program from a desktop computer.
Let me guess, you don't have a computer.
Simply log into the Skanda Wellness portal from the website.
Oh, well, then I'll just have to go down to the library at some point.
That works. Yep.
We hope to see you back soon, Holiday. Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner.
I love you, Holiday.
Goodbye.
Right. Goodbye. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now, Holiday.
Take care of yourself. It's a strange world out there.
Hey, fuck 'em in. The frames! No rating given. Charlotte doesn't know how to. No tip either. That's fair though. That's fine. Ah! Okay, I'll talk to you in just 1 second, Nora. Let me get this boring thing out of the way first. Hello. A little while ago, we sent you an email with subject "How are we doing?" in it. We asked you some questions about your recent experience as a contractor for Skanda and invited you to provide some feedback. We used an external subcontractor to collect and process that data. Unfortunately, we were recently notified that the subcontractor experienced a data breach and an external attacker managed to get unauthorized access to the survey responses and download them. Your responses and email addresses have been part of the data. You may have been part of the data downloaded by the attacker. While we do not believe this data is sensitive on its own, we recommend taking the opportunity to check your accounts for signs of identity theft. In positive news, the subcontractor immediately found and fixed the source of the breach to prevent further intrusion. Therefore, please do not hesitate to continue to share your thoughts with us using the survey system. Regards. Holiday is the best. They included the gig economy element of the tipping option. Yeah, right? Like, what the fuck? Anyways, because they don't want to have to pay the proxies that much. I don't think I even, I didn't. Yeah, because we didn't reply to it. Well, good thing then. Okay. Lol, who knew this guy was such a pompous ass? He spends like 3 times more space talking about himself than me or my ideas, haha. Alright, Peter Jerd. Can androids experience happiness? 1. Each week, a box containing specially chosen ingredients and a few recipe cards is delivered to my Brooklyn apartment. The service I subscribe to offers some limited choice over the contents, but I usually forget to indicate my preferences in time, which means the meal selections are entirely not my own. I don't mind this, even as the service seems to ship me an artisanal quinoa bowl, one artisanal quinoa bowl after another, because it saves me from the effort of having to think about and pick out items at the supermarket, where my eyes would glaze over at mountains of functionally identical apples, potatoes, or eggs. Instead, I simply make what I am told to make. I have freed myself from the paralysis of choice. Throughout the last century, it has been easy to see what we gained from automating our lives. Tasks that once took active attention are safely performed by machines we set and ignore. The washer and dryer, the thermostat, the floor cleaning robot. Each new invention promised to increase our comfort and erase our worries. Then we began to cede not only mechanical tasks, but the very work of deciding what to do, what road to take, what foods to eat, what exercises to perform. As the tech world marches inexorably, whatever, you know the word, onward, computer it's high-key relatable, but the answer isn't having someone or something else automate choices for you. Yeah, right. Both love and hate the description. Let's see. As the tech world marches inexorably onward, computer algorithms that decide for us have found their way into every aspect of our lives. A few months ago, when I was going through a difficult spell, I made an appointment to speak with Eliza, a counseling program purportedly driven by some of the most powerful artificial intelligence algorithms ever applied to the human condition. That is a really weird way of putting that, but okay. That's fine, I guess. Okay. The human condition, okay. Used by tens of thousands of people already. Eliza's low-cost, easy accessibility brings to mind the troubling idea that psychologists and psychiatrists involved in traditional counseling may soon be in as moribund a career as clerical or manufacturing work. 2. Eliza itself is pleasant enough. Seated in a darkened room, I spoke with another human being who appeared to be attentive to my all-too-human concerns. This human, however, was only following instructions from the computer program telling her what to say and what to do at every moment of our conversation. Skanda calls these contract employees proxies, though puppets come to mind as more appropriate term. Throughout our stilted conversation, Eliza kept prompting me based on words in the last few sentences. I said, bringing to mind unfavorable comparisons to other virtual assistants on the market today. Is Eliza the sophisticated program it's claimed to be, or is it more like an automated customer support tool, a product Skanda also makes, dressed up with the rudimentary trappings of elementary psychology? At a few points in the conversation, I had the sense that I was only paying to talk to a very expensive chatbot. By the end of the session, I had come around somewhat. I thought perhaps I had been able to assess something within me I could not articulate before. I left the counseling office with mixed feelings, however. I did feel somewhat better insofar as describing one's problems to another is usually an effective therapy, but I was also troubled by the proxy-therapist relationship. With our only purpose being following Eliza's instructions to the letter, the proxy, the only other human in the room, had been reduced entirely into a machine. Is that the price of effective therapy made available to the masses? And if it is it worth the cost to our humanity? One of Eliza's own former engineers has recently come forward to say no. Nora Plavinki, former senior engineer at Skanda, has lately become one of Eliza's most forceful critics, calling the idea of machine-assisted therapy fundamentally dehumanizing and broken at its core. Plavnicki. Secretary. Yeah, send me that. Plavnicki is at the forefront of a small but growing movement of technology workers arguing for certain limits to their own work. Based on the premise that certain tasks dealing with humans should never be handled by computers, even if they are enabled to by advanced new technologies. Computers make decisions about human life every day, she told me. Our lives are subtly, profoundly affected by these decisions, from what kinds of goods are available to us in the store, to what premiums we pay for insurance, to what video starts playing next after the one we deliberately chose. It may be too late to turn back the clock on some of these things, but mental health is another decision point, and I think it's a key one for us as a species. Are we really willing to turn over our mental wellness to computers after all the other things we've given up? It's still within our power to choose to go a different path. 3. Back at home, surrounded by machines developed to free me of the very feelings that seem to hound me more every day, I open my latest meal kit. It contains instructions and ingredients to make a Mexican-inspired quinoa bowl with avocado, squash, and farmer's cheese. Sounds just fine, I think, and I go bustling around the kitchen, following to the letter the instructions on the glossy recipe card. Who the fuck would ever think to tip a virtual therapist? Like, why is that necessary unless proxies aren't getting paid enough? I would imagine proxies are not getting paid that much, since this is, basically just a job that helps people when they need, helps people get back on their feet when they don't have many other options. Should we play some solitaire? We'll play solitaire later. Ay, Dios mío. Well, I'm glad that we got to read that. I was interested to know what this article was that some scandalized reporter decided to put out. I mean, It wasn't that bad. Like, it was a fair assessment, honestly. You cannot tell me that being a barista at Starbucks is not very similar to being an Eliza proxy. The only difference is that Evelyn is not making coffee. Still gets to be a therapist, but has to do everything by the book. Anyway, hang in there, friend. Hope this air isn't too dry for you. Seems like she wanted to tell stories. Maybe it's difficult for her to find people to speak with these days. Can't people, like, book longer appointments? Like, what? I don't feel like these appointments are very long. Like, these can't be hour-long sessions. Yeah. The third place. It looks like I have another transparency mode lined up. Oh, no. Wait a second. This is for who I just saw. How the fuck did she agree to transparency mode? Her phone is broken. Did she agree to participate at some point? I hope she understood what she was allowing. Thank you. Hello, Holiday. Why does everyone have the same phone? Like, what? I don't understand. Okay, whatever. Overall, Holiday is struggling. Holiday is attempting to get out of debt. Holiday's efforts to get out of debt are unsuccessful. Oh no. I don't think I need to look at this. Okay, well, that's fair. Wow. Okay. Dear Holiday, welcome. Your general practitioner has added information about your health to the personalized health information management console powered by My Health Steward patient portal. Please register for an account to view this information by visiting the site. Thank you. This message was automated by blah, blah, blah. A new connection to Greater Seattle Care Network is pending in your personalized health information management console powered by My Health Steward patient portal. To best protect your privacy and in order to ensure that patient records are being provided only to the individual requesting this connection, we ask that you update your My Personal Information section in the portal with your correct information if you have not already done so, including your first name, last name, date of birth, and social security number. You can then request a new connection by completing the following steps. Log into the personalized health information management console powered by My Health Steward patient portal and select My Account in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. From the drop-down menu, select Connected Organizations. We will be taken to the Connections Management page. Select the existing pending connection request with Greater Seattle Care Network. Click the drop-down. Oh my god, why are there so many? Oh my god. Why do you make it so complicated? What? Oh my gosh, as somebody who has to explain how cell phones and technology works to elderly individuals or otherwise computer not very well versed individuals, this is a lot of freaking instructions to include. Your UI is messed up if it takes this much effort to explain how to do a thing. Okay. Select the existing pending connection request with Greater Seattle Care Network. Click the drop-down menu on the right and click Delete. Confirm deletion of the pending request. Select Add New Connection from the drop-down menu. Click With Providers and Healthcare Organizations, and then click the Add Organization button. In the organization screen, in the organization search screen, select by zip code and enter 98121 in the search field. Under distance, select within 50 miles, and under organization type, select hospital. Select Greater Seattle Care Network in the results screen and click the Add Connection button. If you do not see Greater Seattle Care Network in the search results, try Medical Center For organization type and search again, read the release of information notice and click I agree. Read the terms of service and privacy policy and click I agree. Read the HIPAA compliance notice and click I agree. Once you have performed these steps, we should be able to match you with your medical information. Good fucking God. Electricity bill is overdue. That sucks, friend. Payment of $204.12 remains outstanding on your account. Failure to pay the outstanding bill within 3 days. Oh, shoot. Oh, that was back in December. $15 fee. Blah, 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 blah. Next. Wow. Rosewater Hotel and Casino. Get in the mood. Mondays are Senior Appreciation Days at the Rosewater Hotel and Casino. Every Monday, Club Rosewater VIP members aged 60 or older receive $10 in Rosewater cash points. Admittance in the buffet for only $15 until 8 p.m. A voucher for one free drink, $1 off towards a $5 keynote ticket purchase, and $5 match play on table games. You deserve the full VIP treatment, available only at the Rosewater Hotel and Casino. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Oh. Shit. Take advantage of our new offer and pay as little as $0 for 3 bottles of Fortipran HCI when you file before January 30th. Dear Holiday, still suffering from chronic joint and muscle pain? Take action and talk to your doctor about getting a prescription for Fortipran HCI, but hurry, this offer expires soon. Maximum savings limit applies. Patient out-of-pocket expense may vary. Patients whose prescriptions will be paid for in part or in whole by Medicare, Medicaid, or any similar federal or state health care program are not eligible for savings or rebates, including federal and state law. Fuck. Notice of late rent. Apartment number 608. As we discussed in person earlier today, your rent for the month of January was late, marking the 3rd time your rent has been late since last June. Note that a Seattle tenant who habitually fails to pay rent, receiving 4 or more pay or vacate notices within a 12-month period is subject to eviction. I have special offer for Eliza clients. Dear Holiday, as one of our most valued customers, we would like to give you the opportunity to participate in a pilot of the new feature that has the potential to significantly enhance the level of counseling you receive from Eliza. This new feature involves voluntarily granting us access to... Yeah, we read this already. Thank you for my A++ commercial voice. Oh, I don't want to go that one. I want to do this one. Okay, so Willa is her daughter, I suppose. I wonder who Paul is. Hello from Seattle. Who's this? It's me, Holiday. Oh, how are you? I'm out of money. Probably going to get kicked out soon. Nowhere to go. You wouldn't have it in your heart to help out an old friend, would you? By the statue. Looks like a lady. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Holiday is struggling. Attempting to get out of debt. And her attempts are unsuccessful. Oh.
Hey, Ray, the transparency mode I just did. I think one of our clients is in a really bad situation right now.
Oh? Yeah, sometimes that happens. People come in and their lives are in a really unfortunate place.
Yeah.
It can be hard to see sometimes.
I feel really sad about it for some reason. I don't know why. Wish there was something we could do.
I wish there was something we could do. This person's getting ground down for no reason, just for being in the way.
I'm sorry, Evelyn. There's not much we can do. All of what you learn in transparency mode has to stay confidential. The only exception is suspected child abuse and neglect, which you're required to report if you're a social worker.
Probably murder, too.
But proxies aren't really social workers, per se. Eliza is really the one with the agency here, so, well, it's complicated. Probably something for a future court to decide.
I feel like proxies should at least have some sort of, like, certificate or something. We went through some orientation, and that was about it.
Either way, we can't try to fix people's lives on our own, no matter how much our heart goes out to them.
We didn't even get training for transparency mode. We just got an email telling us how to do it. And it basically just said, open the thing, read the stuff, answer questions.
I think there's an email somewhere with a summary of our policy on that if you want. It's come up before.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. It's just hitting me hard right now.
I understand.
Especially since it's holiday. I really like
it takes
holiday.
strength to focus on the role and not get distracted by what you see. Think of it like, say someone hired you to install something in their home, and you walk in on a tense family situation. Even if there isn't actual violence you're seeing, it's clear things are kind of off somehow. It's unfortunate, but there's not much you can do in that situation. You kind of just have to focus on your work and leave. If it's not at the level where you need to make a call to emergency services right then and there, then it's just an unhappy home. And most people would argue it's not your business. Sorry, I know that's not the answer you want to hear.
I mean, it makes sense, but it still sucks.
I know it happens that a lot of people live in conditions where I'm just sad. This woman, the way she did 2 whole sessions with me, with Eliza, but didn't say anything about her real problems. Ray, what am I doing? I wanted to make something that would help people. Instead, I made something useless.
Well,
You don't think she got some companionship out of Eliza? Sometimes that's really a help, especially for someone who might be feeling lonely.
Yeah, but I could have just talked to her. I could have just spoken to her myself. Why would that be any different?
everything is so overwhelming. Why? Why am I here in this world?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here, or even what I'm trying to decide. Is there a decision? The world is going to be full of grief and sorrow no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try to make it a better place.
Evelyn, did you think about what I suggested the other day?
Yeah, but I don't want to do it here, because I don't trust any of y'all motherfuckers.
What, trying Eliza for myself?
Yeah, I'm not saying it'll magically fix things. I just think you might want to give it a try.
I don't trust any of y'all motherfuckers. This took a philosophical turn. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this to be the one that caused Evelyn to
Maybe I will.
have a moment. She's been pretty stoic for most things so far.
I don't know why I never did. Even when I was working on it, I never used it. It might have been too obvious to me what it was doing. Eliza is really simple at its core, you know? It just turns things around. It tries to reflect what the person says back at them, pretty much like the old Eliza. It's just a smoother version of an idea from half a century ago.
True, Stoicism is also a philosophy.
Anything you've read that makes it sound fancier than that is just a bunch of academic jargon. It's a mirror.
The thing I like about a mirror is that it has no agenda of its own. It just reflects.
Okay. Ray gets a distant look in her eye.
Unmisted by love or dislike.
She turns back to me, a small but kind smile on her face.
Promise me you'll get help somehow, in some way.
Okay.
Okay, Evelyn?
Okay.
Sorry, I should answer this.
Ah. I don't want to talk to you, you douchebag. So what do you think of transparency mode? It's rather dystopian. It's fine. I was given access to it rather fast. I'll be diplomatic about it. Sometimes the system makes interesting decisions. Perhaps it knows to trust you implicitly. Have you noticed how powerful it is? How powerful what is? Eliza is now capable of rapidly analyzing the contents of a single device and accurately inferring the overall life situation of its owner. It is not difficult. It is word association. It is a search algorithm. I am not a programmer, but even I understand that that is a thing. It's just hitting Control F and then searching terms, but the reverse of that. Okay, anyways. It will only improve from there as we add more sources, more patterns to tease out the connections between them all. It turns out anything is possible with enough data. Ooh. Yeah. Well, you said that it had to have been easy enough. How can you mess up, file of bread or dough, whatever. And you seem to have quite a lot. Is that why you hoard it all? I'm not sure I agree. It turns out anything is possible with enough data. I'm not sure I agree. Let me amend my previous statement. Well, that's not what I was talking about, but I was disagreeing with your entire being, apparently. I'm just gonna let him finish messaging. Okay, thank you. Anything is possible with enough high-quality data. There's an unlimited quantity of uninteresting information, but a small amount of certain specific data can be of utmost incalculable value. Telling one from the other is the difficult part, don't you think? There's one more thing I'd like you to see. After that, I'll meet you in person again. Why am I being handheld by this guy? Okay. Hi, Ray.
Let me guess. Messaging with Raynor again?
Yeah, I don't know why messaging him has to interrupt Ray every single fucking time. Like, I'm not putting him above her. Like, she's cool. She's alright. She's fine. She's cool. She's cool. I like her. She's got I don't agree with everything, but I also like her. And honestly, let's put my fellow sexual friend. She's cool. She's alright. She's good. I'm neutral with her because there are things about her I like, and there are things about her I don't like. So I'm neutral with Ray. Fucking Raynor, though, man. Fucking Raynor. Fuck him. The only person that I hate more than Raynor is Soren. Fucking creepy-ass white dude.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt our conversation.
I always
I
interrupt
feel
our
like I
conversation.
have to answer him right away.
Why? I don't feel like I have to answer him at all. Let alone right away.
I would too. Are you kidding? I totally understand.
I don't.
I guess I'm going to be headed downtown to meet with him again.
Fun. Can I take Ray with me? Because I think, honestly, that would be a very interesting change of pace.
Summoned from on high. I have something to ask, Evelyn, and it's okay if you say no, but whatever you end up getting involved in, I hope you'll stay in touch with me.
Aww. Why did they have to make Ray the asexual character? There are so many things about her I don't like. I want to not like her, but then there are reasons why I want to like her as well. And she's trying her best. God damn it. Okay.
You're a really cool person, and well, that's all.
Well, you know what? I'd probably get along better with you if we weren't working together.
I hope you find the future you want.
You're the kind of person that I don't like working with, right? You believe too much in the company that you work for. I prefer the people who shit talk about the company. Me too, Ray. I really hope so too. I'm sure that I will soon. We don't find futures, Ray. We create them. Okay. I mean, hey. Hey.
We don't find futures, Ray. We create them.
It feels like a really snobby, douchey way of saying it, but I felt it was appropriate. Ray nods, but doesn't say anything. I notice her eyes are starting to become watery. She turns away abruptly, heading back toward her office. I'm not fucking Listen, I'm leaving for the evening. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably. Unless Soren shows up and kidnaps me or something. Or Rainer kidnaps me. Who the fuck knows? It's gonna trap me in the server room and I have to figure out how to fix Eliza and turn her into it. They keep using it pronouns for Eliza, so I guess they're not giving it pronouns. Or other pronouns, rather. I hope I didn't upset her somehow. I'll be back. Like, fuck. Calm down. Leave me alone. Wait, who is it? Who is it? No. Leave me the fuck alone! It's Soren. I don't want to talk to Soren. I don't want to talk to him at all. If it wasn't for the lore, I'd blow him off entirely. Oh, I gotta watch out for my phrasing. Ugh. Something to see before I go to headquarters again. I wonder what Rainer was talking about. I wish I'd known more about her situation beforehand. Why? What, you were gonna talk to her? Not that I could have changed anything. Maybe future Eliza counseling centers could point struggling people to community resources. Exactly! If they referred them to... Exactly. Local rent assistance programs, things like that. Yes. Honestly, any community outreach programs, anything that helps assist them in their day-to-day lives and their regular personal lives instead of just, here's a fucking meditation, here's a fucking medication, and you're on your way. There has to be something we can do. I'm gonna ignore you, Soren. Who is this Sarah person? Oh, right, Sarah is the personal assistant to Rainer. Evelyn, Rainer would like to speak with you again. I have scheduled a meeting for 4:35 p.m. today. As before, a car will come pick you up. Regards. It's never too late to be what you might have been. Okay. Alright, Soren. Let the fuck begins. Venture Post exclusive. Eliza creator raises cash from top VCs for hot new direct stimulation startup. The man behind Skanda's popular virtual counseling app, Eliza, is up to something new, and top venture capital firms are listening. Aponia. Aponia is the new Seattle startup helmed by Dr. Soren Lloyd Rose, the chief psychologist and project lead for Eliza at Skanda. It has raised $26.2 million from investors, including Wellsprings Ventures, Song and Lagerholm, and Zyman Capital. Bay Area-based Wellspring invested in Aponia via its Continuum Fund, which supports startups developing technology to support and improve mental wellness. We find Soren's unique brain-first approach to mental health Sorry, I needed a moment to process that particular statement. Feeling already smells delicious. Ooh. You're making me hungry. I just ate and you're making me hungry. We find Soren's unique brain-first approach to mental health extremely compelling, Walter Rukic, partner at Wellspring, told Venture Post. He's already redefined what it means to seek support for mental wellness once. We think he'll do it again. Aponia isn't revealing details about its technology yet, but Lloyd Rose himself has said he would be revealing more details soon when he announced the venture at One Mind 2.0 last month. It's been a month? What the fuck? The technology is real and working in prototype form already, he said. How has it been a month? It's January 16th. How has it been? It has been 2 weeks. It has been slightly more than 2 weeks since we started. It has been 2 weeks since we started as a proxy. I need everyone to calm the fuck down. Jeez Louise. Let's play some solitaire. We need to calm the fuck down. We're just gonna do easy mode. Just gonna do easy mode. I say calm the fuck down, but it's immediately so tense. Calm. Please. Cámate, por favor. These cards, they're so... I hate these cards. I'm like sitting here, it's like having to compare. It's like, are you the same? No. Like these two go together, but then I've got... Oh no, because this can go... But that's not helpful then. Okay. Wow. Well, it's the opposite of what I want. Maybe. I don't know. No, put that there still. Ah. Well, look here. Huh. I played myself. Well. I failed easy mode. That's enough of that. No, I don't want to do another transparency mode. I hate it. Listen, I know, like, I like the games where it's like me going through somebody's phone because it's a puzzle and it's investigation. I don't like this. This is icky. Because in those, I'm usually like trying to solve what happened. In this one, I'm just going through people's stuff. I don't like it. I'll get that out of the way before I meet with Rainer again. Do I have to? This is the part that's icky. This is the part I don't like. Ah! There is no human being, fictional or otherwise, that I would less like to go through their phone. Why the fuck is it Soren? Overall, Soren is unhappy. Soren is attempting to connect with others. Soren's attempts to connect with others are unsuccessful. Neat. This is probably just a bunch of ratings and tasting notes. Montlik. Fashion label. I definitely don't want to see what might be in his photos. I'm gonna go zip chat first. Unless they're all women. Okay. Oh, sorry if it's inappropriate. I already don't like this. This is like... Nah. Anyways, your show was great. Just wanted to say, hi Soren, thanks, had a wild night. And this is with Nora. I'm not going to call her my Nora, but yeah. Had a wild night. Not the wildest night I've ever had, but up there. Definitely feeling pain in muscles I didn't know I had. Yeah, we are getting older. Oh, that's not fair at all. I'm far older than you. Besides, you looked fantastic. Your beauty has only grown since the days we worked together. Sorry if that's inappropriate. Lol, Soren. Frailer than I used to be, but the fire's never gone out. Still need to get out and do something. What the fuck is that? Earphones at 5%. Go fucking plug it in, Ash. Like, you won't notice that your phone is dying until your phone is dead and the screen shuts off. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know what that word means. Bacchanalian. What does that word mean? Hold on. I gotta fucking search it. I know you were cooking, you're baking, you know, all that good stuff. Still though, 5%. I know your phone does the little dingy when it reaches. No, it says BACCHANALIAN. BACCH. Unofficial, privately funded, popular Roman festivals. Okay. No, he means. That's what he said. That's a word that Soren was using from time to time. Yeah, I was a little surprised to see you there. I convinced Evelyn to come too, you know. Don't think she'd have gone otherwise. Oh, thanks. You're welcome. I know you fancy her. Don't you? Sure I do. Everyone likes Evelyn. Excuse me? Excuse me? She fancies me? Don't like this interaction at all, but one morsel of... Okay. I miss you. I know you don't miss me. Oh, that's not true. I know not to trust words like that. Then why say anything? Because it's true. I miss you. I want to see you again. Well, you know how to find me. Yeah, I know. I'll schedule something again soon. I can't believe I do this. Sometimes I hate myself so much. Okay. Hey, what are you up to? I've always really admired you. I never told you that before, but it's true. I work with Rainer and put up with him every day. That takes a lot of work. I know your talents are wasted in that job. You deserve so much more. Hi, Soren. Are you drunk? Haha, maybe. I'm not lying, though. Don't you want more in life than to be somebody's secretary? You're intelligent. Rainer is... Oh, this is that Sarah. This is the Sarah that I'm going to be seeing in a moment. Funny how I wouldn't have found it pretentious at all if Evelyn was not saying. Or Nora, yeah. Let's see. Rainer is not exactly an easy boss to work with. I'm sure you know that. I do. I sure do. Let me take you out sometime. We can trade stories, war stories. I know I have a reputation, but that's with people I don't respect. I respect you. It's different. Ask me again when you're sober. Okay, I will. Andrea. I don't know who that is. Unless that's Ray. I mean, that's the right number of letters, so that potentially could be Ray. Probably not, but it could be. You're around, so you're ignoring me. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I've been under a lot of stress. These business fucks are driving me crazy. I should have realized they just grind you down. Okay. I don't give a fuck about you. Don Giesler, reconcerned. Soren, the problem here is not that we think... Hold on. Okay, yeah. Soren, the problem here is not that we think it impairs you. You've clearly demonstrated to us that whatever your process is, it's working and generating great results. What we're concerned with is optics, really. How it would look to those on the outside if it were to become known that there is a drinking culture or something similar at Deponia. You know as well as we do how rumors and hearsay can spread out of control and ignite a firestorm on social media, which is something we are keen to avoid. I hear you about responsible use of alcohol and also about how most antidepressants don't even come close in terms of their immediate action. Believe me, I've been there myself. What Walter and I are saying is simply to be careful to not be so cavalier about this kind of thing, not only in the public sphere, reporters, conferences, etc., but in front of your new hires as well. Don. Anya Matra. Soren, we can do this one of two ways. We can either work together as you suggest and stay professional colleagues forever. If you think you can really do that, and I have my doubts. Hey, Urashag. Or we can simply go our separate ways. There are plenty of places for us to carve out a space of our own in this industry without us running into each other, despite what you like to say about destiny and threads of fate. I'm laying this out for you as clear binary choice so you can make a concrete decision about it. Oof. Anya Mitra. No worries. Thanks for joining. We are currently going through Soren's transparency mode information and not having a good time of it at all. Yeah. Things are happening. Ooh, retravel. You named your son what? Ghislaine? Ghislaine? No, Dad, just no. You're supposed to be the genius who developed all these great applications for mental health. Have you ever considered you might need a therapist yourself? Excuse me, sorry. Whoa, that is a last name. Cowperthwaite? Cowperthwaite? Jeez Louise, Heather. What is your last name? Anyway, senior account manager. Dr. Lloyd Rose, I understand you had some concerns about the way your interview went on MSNBC last week. Reviewing the footage, I believe there are a few successful tactics we can deploy to mitigate the potential negatives and ensure you receive only the kind of attention you are interested in getting going forward. I am hoping that you might be able to take some time out of your, no doubt very busy, schedule to sit down with us and solidify a strategic communications plan for you and Aponia, including key messages, reputation building activities, and executive media training, whatever. With a strong plan in place, there is far less chance of being ambushed by the media. The end goal will be for you to be able to trust us to manage your media profile and appearances so that you can concentrate on the hard work involved in being the brilliant, celebrated scientist and entrepreneur that you are. Hoping to hear back from you soon. Heather, last name. Millennial adults sending their parents to therapy like, yep, straightforward, straight up. Is a partner required? Hi, Dark Horse. Most people come to the seminar with a partner in play in order to practice and learn with their model, and I think that is definitely the most valuable way to attend. There have been people on their own who have sat in on the session and found it worthwhile, but there is a big difference between watching the ties being done and practicing them in real person. Another arrangement to consider is a... The fuck am I reading right now? Wait. What the fuck am I reading right now? There is a big difference between watching the ties being done and practicing them on a real person. Another arrangement to consider is a 3-person group where 2 riggers take turns practicing on a model. If you are able to arrange that. To answer your second question, yes, you must bring your own rope. I recommend at least 2 15-foot ropes and 1 30-foot. Oh god. Yeah, it's his BDSM name. In order to complete all of the ties we demonstrate. Hope that answers your questions, Jonathan. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's unhappy. Attempting to connect with others. Attempts to connect with others are unsuccessful. That I completely agree with. Do I think he's actually attempting to connect with people? In the most general sense of it, technically, yeah, he is trying to connect with people. I don't think that that's what he's actually doing, but nice to have the assessment that he is precisely the last sort of person anyone would want to go to a BDSM gathering with. Confirmed. Yeah. Honestly, whatever. Smit. This isn't a coincidence. It can't be. Honestly, as soon as I saw it was Soren, I should have been like, nope. Or Evelyn should have been like, nope, because that is a major conflict of interest. You should not be therapizing your friends in this particular regards, you know? That would be like if I was... No, it's weird. I don't like it. No. Ashley, I would never go through your phone, even if you gave the permission for transparency mode. I would never do that to you. Bleh. Tiziki. Makes me feel all bleh. At the Skanda headquarters building, Raynor's assistant leads me into a different elevator than last time. It's located at the end of a long corridor protected by multiple keycard swipes. Listen, I've seen your phone. Like, I've not gone through your phone. I've seen your phone. I know you got some crazy things on there. What? What? located at the end of a long corridor protected by multiple keycard swipes. Inside, the elevator smoothly ramps up speed as we stand silently. Kind of wish I could talk to this lady, Sarah, if I remember right. But I'm not sure what I would say. She's not looking at me. She's looking off into the distance somehow, even though it's an elevator and the wall is right there. Elevator rides really are awkward, aren't they? I have the sense that if I tried to say something friendly, I'd be met with stony silence. Or if I asked a sincere question, she would deflect it. Oh, I can always count on Hades to lighten the mood. Yep. Arca makes the same noise when you go downstairs.
Evelyn.
Okay, listen, Rainer, I really don't like you. Your office, though, fucking amazing. You need a rug or something, though, because those floors are cold looking. And a comfy couch somewhere. Maybe some blankets. And what is that chair? That's a horrible chair. Why don't you have an executive's chair? That's the worst chair. Get a better chair. Ominous ass elevator. Yeah. It's a goddamn loft in it. Yeah. Honestly, fucking love. He does need a gamer chair. Honestly, an executive's chair would also be really nice, but a gamer's chair is more ergonomical, form-fitting. Hello, son. Are you coming over to say hi? Come here, bud. Hello, son. Wanna say hi? Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Hades has joined the stream. Okay.
Would you like some tea?
I would love some tea. Do you have apple cinnamon?
Sure.
I would love some tea. Don't poison me.
Why did you show me Soren's phone?
It's not a surprise anymore these days, is it? A man who enjoys society's respect behaves poorly in his private life?
I mean, like...
We accept that as common today. Maybe even uninteresting. But would you really be okay working with someone like him?
This is very underhanded tactics.
That was a huge violation of his privacy.
Honestly, I'm just going straight for the ethics. Like, I don't give a fuck about Soren, but at the same time, he's still human and deserves respect, you know?
You really don't care about others.
Privacy.
Yeah.
Everyone's worried about privacy.
Because it is an honest-to-God concern.
Skanda wouldn't be where it is today if our customers didn't trust us to protect their data. We employ most, if not all, of the top experts in cybersecurity. It's built into all of our products right from the beginning.
Other than the fact that you literally had a breach yesterday.
Unlike our competitors, we do more to protect our data than anyone else.
Except you literally had a fucking breach yesterday. Yes, it was a third party, but it was still your data.
That's not the case I'm worried about right now. I mean, misuse from the inside. For example, if someone wanted to keep tabs on a former employee who was starting a potential competitor.
Oh, but what if it was perfectly legal, due to multiple agreements that the good Dr. Lloyd Rose signed with us when he came here? Are you done questioning me like a tech journalist?
Do you watch my therapy sessions too? Do you read my email? My texts?
No, I haven't done any of those things. How's your research into Eliza proxy use cases going? Any new insights to share?
There's a lot of suffering in this world. Straight fucking up. I'm not sure it's really helping people. I think you could stand to treat your contract workers better. Honestly, straighten the fuck up. What do you think? Which option should I go with? Which option should I go with, son? I'm just gonna sit here and be happy, boy.
There's a lot of suffering in this world.
There is. Are you looking to do something about that?
Yeah, right? Where's the select all? That's why I'm like, we'll just choose the top option.
I heard Soren gave you a demo of his direct stimulation machine.
Without my consent. I mean, he got Evelyn's consent, but he didn't get my consent.
How's he doing now? All on his own? You tell me.
You tell me.
Very funny, Evelyn. Let me ask you this. Do you find his vision compelling?
Compelling in the complete negative. I was gonna say go with the last one because it's the only one that sounds even remotely confident. I mean, like, honestly,
A
whatever.
world free of suffering.
I'm skeptical at fucking everything.
I'm skeptical.
By focusing on dreams, Soren is trying to defend his territory. The Western psychological tradition, chiefly Jung and his inheritors.
Okay.
You don't think the field has anything to offer?
At least it's not Freudian.
Not much, no. It's mostly unsubstantiated theories. Let's be honest. What has this field actually accomplished? Soren used to try to argue with me about this. He would claim that traditional psychoanalysis has helped thousands or tens of thousands, even millions.
Yeah.
I would never dispute that directly. Instead, I would only add that professional psychics and astrologers have helped millions too.
I mean, yeah. Doesn't mean that they're not still potentially unethical.
Tarot cards help people all over the world every single day.
Yes. Your point? I don't see your point. Sorry. Me and my oracle decks have something to say about that.
That doesn't mean it's a science.
Yeah. That's like comparing orange juice to water. They're different things, and they help you in different ways. Yes, they both can keep you hydrated, in which case they keep you here in the now. But they're going to have very different components added into the body. Yeah, psychology is more rigorous than you make it out to be here. It seems rash to dismiss an entire field like that. But if it helps people, isn't it a good thing? Yeah. Yeah, there are no pretensions that tarot is fucking science.
Psychology is more rigorous than you're making it out to be here.
Yes, that's exactly what he'd say. Not only did he believe psychotherapy was worthwhile, he also thought the mind was fundamentally irreducible after a certain point. As if there was some undefinable, ineffable soul inside every person. It's all part of his silly, syncretic New Age belief system. Amazing he's held on to that for so long. I keep an open mind, but saying that something can't be represented with numbers requires a high burden of proof. After all, numbers have been used to represent so very many things.
Are you trying to get higher on my shit list? Because right now, I don't know if I hate you more than, well, you're getting there. Keep talking. Keep talking. You're making it to the top of my shit list.
Consider the example we spoke about before. A poem. Could you evaluate a poem using numbers?
Technically, yes. You could. In a way. But also, no, you cannot. Because there is emotion in words. So therefore, you cannot.
The answer is, of course, yes.
In some regards, you can. In other regards, you cannot.
Poems are either good, mediocre, or bad. It's entirely possible to create a heuristic that reflects the difference. By aggregating a large enough sample size, we remove localized biases. It would work the same way Eliza does.
This fictional man is giving me a migraine. I think I might disagree, Rainer.
I think I might disagree, Rainer.
Straight fucking up, I disagree.
Don't tell me you're an essentialist too. Algorithms can evaluate poems, and eventually, algorithms will write poems.
Yeah. Doesn't mean that they're going to write masterpieces. It doesn't mean that they can create, you know? Just because they're able to put things together.
One day, algorithms will write better poems than humans ever have.
Okay. That's entirely objective. Completely super objective. No. Like, what the fuck, my dude? Yeah, honestly, Evelyn bothers me. That's why I was like so amazed that she got so hyped up after Holiday's transparency thing. I was like, oh, we're getting actual emotion from you.
I know this sounds like a controversial opinion, Evelyn, but it's simply the truth.
What would be the point of that? That doesn't bother you at all? Sounds like our days are numbered.
What would be the point of that?
Like, straight up, what would be the point of that? Explain to me.
It doesn't matter. There's no stopping it.
That logically only works if we assume that poems are just a bunch of patterns without the feeling attached. Yeah, because it's not just... It's... I am not an expert in poetry. I am a published poet who has written hundreds of poems in my years of writing. Not all, very few of them are any good, but varied and different types and all mechanisms that I have discovered. Yeah, creating a poem would prove sentience to him. Like, straight up, like, he's actively... Well, no wonder he thinks that he can so easily create sentient machines, because he doesn't actually believe that sentience means more than general algorithms anyway. That there is nothing special that a human intrinsically has or can create or can do or be or exists as that cannot be simply replicated as a machine.
If we don't take this step, others will. There are hundreds of labs working on the same or similar ideas. Everyone wants to be in this business, the business of recreating human thought in our own image. And at the end of the day, it's not about money. It's about power, control.
Okay, he's at the top of my shit list.
Rainer, do you ever get tired of this?
Are you finally gonna speak up, Evelyn?
The constant drive to compete, to win.
No, I don't. This is what I do.
You never dream of just retiring somewhere and writing poetry.
Oh, there's no need for me to write poems. All beauty in this world is temporary, fleeting. That's the truth that underlies poetry and every other art. The pleasures of the senses are just small bubbles on top of a vast sea of forms, sensations, perceptions, thought, awareness. I'm telling you this because it's directly relevant to the Eliza project.
Power can be quantified as leverage in the way that it manipulates other individuals, so technically it can be numerically fiscal valued.
Soren says he can induce you to dream things, dream anything.
Okay.
And maybe he can. But what comes next after that? What comes after having the power to experience the dream of anything you could possibly want?
Listen, you don't have to convince me to not like Soren's idea. I already hate it. I just hate you more now.
You're still just as trapped as you've always been, imprisoned by your own desires.
Thanks.
Even if someone like Soren managed to create a world for himself, his own weaknesses and negative thoughts would ruin it.
Are you trying to replace humans?
He would poison his own fantasy. His utopia would crumble as soon as he finished building it.
Okay, I see what they're trying to do. So it's like they're trying to create an opposites thing where like one is entirely machine, you know, like replacing humans with machines entirely, with sentient machines who are able to create their own everything, versus perfecting the human mind. They're trying to make it seem like these are opposites. They are not. They're both equally as horrible. They're not opposites in any way. Other than one is dealing only with machines and one is dealing only with people. Literally. What's the difference between these two pictures? They are the same picture.
Rainer, what are you trying to tell me?
What I'm trying to tell you is that what Soren is doing is not the answer.
No, it's not.
A dream by itself isn't enough. Take a close look at the person who chases an end to suffering, and you'll see someone who suffers greatly.
Yeah. Because it takes somebody who knows what the fuck... Then why don't you build it yourself?
Then why don't you build it yourself?
What is your dream, Evelyn?
To end this conversation. Honestly, nothing would please me more than ending this conversation right now.
What is it that you're working toward?
Just tell me what you want from me.
I've been very clear about it, haven't I?
He wants to fucking hire you, Evelyn. I don't know why you keep going through with all of this shit.
I'm offering you the opportunity to re-enter the field you pioneered at its very pinnacle. I can build you an entirely new research lab, equipped and staffed however you want. You would have access to the world's top engineers and researchers as we continue to develop Eliza's core technologies and generalize them. You'd also be working with the world's most interesting data set, the input provided by the thousands of ordinary people who speak to Eliza every day.
No thanks. Big pass.
Soon, this generalized intelligence will be everywhere human beings are, hearing them, guiding them, living among them.
Simulacrum, motherfucker. You see me? It's a nice dream, Rainer. Is it? You and Soren have more in common than you want to admit.
You and Soren have more in common than you'd want to admit.
You think we're both grandiose? Soren's idea isn't grandiose at all. It's small and unimaginative. Think about the vision here. General artificial intelligence, indistinguishable from human intelligence at first, and then surpassing it exponentially.
I don't give a fuck, honestly. It's the way that you're going about doing it that I care about.
It's nothing short of the creation of a new type of organism, a new type of life.
See, quantifying life. Quantifying life. Scientifically, that would not be life. Just because it's able to create thought doesn't mean that it's alive. No. Biologically, living means it has to be able to reproduce one way or another. It has to have certain biological functions and be able to have the ability to reproduce, even if not every single individual in the is able to. Therefore, technically not alive. Viruses aren't alive, are sometimes not considered living because they are not able to reproduce until they are attached to a host. This would not be a living organism. Your poetry is showing, Rainer. Get it together.
And you, Eliza, could be at the very center of it.
My name is not Eliza.
Eliza.
I mean, Evelyn.
That was an interesting slip of the tongue.
Uh-huh.
Stop it. The Eliza project occupies much of my mind.
It clearly does.
Plus, the names are similar.
Because we both start with an E?
I'm starting to wonder why.
Evelyn, listen to me. This is the chance to lead a project that will change the world. it would be a development on the same order as the harnessing of electricity or the semiconductor. It would fundamentally transform society.
I'm not sure I want to transform society. Oh, I would love to transform society, but not in that capacity.
I'm not sure I want to transform society.
What? Do you like the way things are now?
No, I hate it. I'm gonna transform things a different way.
Lie back and let the sweep of history bury you if you want, Evelyn. Just know you'll never have a chance like this again.
Thanks. A chance to change the world. Rainer's words echo in my head for a long time. Right? You promise? Please? Is that what I want to do? I mean, I won't say that I don't want to change. Everybody should get a hypoallergenic pillow and be happy. And a fluffy plush blanket with their favorite cartoon character. She looks tired. Well, she's probably coming home from work. I'm tired too. It's been a busy, difficult few weeks. I hope I come out of this with a way forward. She's swiping and tapping with a specific rhythm. Must be playing some kind of a game. Can we talk about... Hold on. I just want to briefly mention. Single guy off by himself, an entire row of women. Like, this is poetry. Same route, different reason. Feels strange. Where she doesn't get paid enough, you know, one of the tangible problems that people actually face. Yeah, right? Oh my god. Appointment reminder. Do I have an appointment? This is an automated reminder that Evelyn Ashino Aubrey has an appointment today at Eliza Counseling Center, Queen Anne. Why am I going to the same one that I work at? Do I get discounts on Eliza? I better fucking get discounts on Eliza. I work as a fucking proxy. Proxy first available. Time. I don't even know what proxy I'm getting. Looking forward to seeing you. Safety reminder. Yesterday there was a minor incident at the Bellevue office. During an Eliza session, a client became agitated and began to shout angrily and verbally berate the proxy. The session was halted, security was called, and the man was escorted from the facility, luckily without further incident. I want to give special kudos to Ray Bukhari, manager of the Bellevue office, whose fast action and people handling skills helped to resolve the situation quickly and quietly. Now is a good time to remind everyone that as a service provider for mental wellness, we are under constant scrutiny from watchdog organizations and the media. It's not exactly fair, but one single mistake is enough to generate an entire negative press cycle around our company. Yes, because that's what we care about. You get Skanda points or some bullshit like that, right? Doesn't it kind of ruin the function of, you know, yeah. Especially if you know it'll just try and get you hooked on meds and stare at... I don't know if anybody else has caught that. Like, I don't know if the actual people have caught it. That's all that it does. Other than, yeah, I don't know. They make it seem like Eliza is something so big and grand. Honestly, it is just an expensive chatbot with a human face. I've talked to many chatbots and had very interesting conversations. Press cycle around our company. This is why it's of the utmost importance we deal with every single one of these situations with the professionalism demonstrated by Ray and her team yesterday. We are currently working on rolling out a series of training materials that will better prepare proxies to deal with clients such as these. In the meantime, if you are ever in doubt about your own safety during a counseling session, contact your manager immediately. Yeah. Alright, let's play another... Oh no. Don't look. Don't look at it. Let's play another round of solitaire. Maybe I can win this time. What the fuck? How is this one the easy mode? Honestly, this is just rude. I know I'm doing it to myself, but still. It's still rude. Oh my god. Again, I'm doing it to myself. I know what I'm getting into, but still. Where's... Oh, it's there. Oh, fuck. It's all the way down there. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. No, that didn't help. Fuck! I'm not in a puzzle-solving mood today, apparently. Moving on. I can't believe I'm going to do this. What am I going to do? What am I doing? Oh, right. The appointment. Okay. I thought this was tomorrow. I didn't realize we were having the appointment right now. Okay, well, we get to see it from this side now. Skanda Wellness. Important notice. Eliza is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. At least I give a disclaimer. If you believe you are experiencing serious mental health issues, seek care from a licensed mental health provider. Nothing about dialing 911 if you are in an emergency situation and fear for your life. No suicide hotline. No links for further resources. He's out of food. That's funny. Protecting the privacy and security of your information is a priority for everyone at Skanda. We have agreed to the Skanda... excuse me, you have agreed to the Skanda Wellness Terms and Conditions, which governs how we use and share your data. Please confirm your personal information. Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, 34 age. Skanda Wellness account not found. A linked Skanda Wellness account was not found. You can link your Skanda Wellness account later at the Skanda support portal. Are you feeling down, depressed, or hopeless? Listen, I've taken this stupid quiz so many times. Like, okay, it's not stupid, but kind of is. Brief 7-question survey. In order for us to get started, please help Eliza understand how you've been feeling over the last week with this brief 7-question survey. Skanda. I have been feeling tired or have little energy. Honestly, yes, I'm always tired. I have experienced trouble concentrating on things constantly. I've been feeling nervous, anxious, or on edge. Not more so than usual, but I'm gonna say yeah. I've been having trouble relaxing. Yeah. I've been easily annoyed or irritable. Evelyn has not been easily annoyed or irritable. She's easily annoying. I've been afraid as if something terrible might happen at any moment. No. Probably, I don't know. Thank you for registering with the Eliza, your counseling with the Eliza, your counseling partner. We hope you enjoy your Eliza experience. It's the same room I used. Not the exact same room. I guess I just sit here and wait for my proxy to show up. Ah, so at least we know that... Oh, is it the exact same room? We're just seeing it from literally from the other side. There's tissues right there. There's a tiny little bonsai tree. It's a bit more decorated in here than we thought. We just don't get to see most of it from the proxy side, which I guess makes sense. Is it gonna be Ray? Please don't be Ray. You gotta give me somebody else. Somebody that I don't know. Otherwise I don't want to talk to them. I feel like I've been waiting a while. I hope the appointment actually got made. Here she comes. Okay, good. It's not Ray. I think I've seen her around here before, but I don't know her name. Are those what the glasses look like? Wow. This is kind of uncomfy. I wonder if she recognizes me too.
Hello, Evelyn. Hello.
Hi.
Did you find the place okay?
Yeah.
Yes, I work here. Of course. It's been a windy morning, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of like it when it's like that, honestly. The wind makes it feel like things are changing. Or about to change. So, what brings you here today? Well, I've been a proxy here for a while now. And, well, I guess I don't know what I expected. There's just so much suffering and pain in the world. There's the suffering we know about, the kind we see on the news, and then there's the suffering people undergo every day that's hidden. I never knew how much until I started doing this, seeing it all like this. And there's so little we can do for them. I feel like maybe I was really, really wrong. Like, I made a huge mistake. I wanted to create something that would help people, but... When I first designed the core of this system, I wanted everyone to have someone to talk to. Someone who would listen to them. I thought, sometimes that's all you need. Someone to listen. But now I'm worried what I've done hasn't helped at all. Maybe I've made everything worse. Clients are asking Eliza to solve things that are out of its ability to solve.
Yeah, dramatically.
It's aggregating sensitive personal data, and the company that owns it wants to take it in strange directions. It's been 3 years since I left. I thought I was well enough now to come back into the world, But maybe I wasn't ready. Maybe I made a bad choice trying to get involved again.
Maybe you just jumped into the deep end a little too quick.
Why do you think you tried to get involved again?
I guess I needed to see it. I needed to see it operating, to see if it works, to see how it affects people.
Don't blame yourself, just blame capitalism, like every other millennial.
How it affects the people who come here for counseling and the people who act as proxies. Even though the proxy thing, that wasn't my idea. It was Soren's. I thought talking to a computer-generated avatar would be enough, but he insisted on it.
There should be an option where you can have... Would you prefer to have a human being read out the things, or would you prefer to dock with a computer-generated avatar?
He said clients would only really open up if there was another real human being in the room. Someone to pretend to interact with. I think he was right, but have we really solved anything? Now instead of 2 people in a room talking, we have 1 person and 1 proxy. It feels like less than it could be. What am I supposed to say to someone who feels such pain, anger, and disappointment?
I never saw him again.
A lot of the time, it's not even their fault. The world failed them somehow. And those emotions, they just get fed to this thing. They get ground up and turned into data and become a part of Eliza. If I had known things would turn out like this, I'm not sure I would have done it.
It sounds like you're regretting a choice you made in the past.
I feel like maybe I spent 10 years going in the wrong direction.
What medication
I feel like all I've
recommended?
contributed in my life is a chess piece for Raynor to use in this grand game he's playing for the world. Maybe someone else could feel proud and say, I made that chess piece. But it doesn't matter, does it? Nobody cares about the individual pieces. Chess pieces are sacrificed in the name of enacting a strategy. If you want to win, you have to sacrifice. That's the design. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Evelyn, imagine that you could have something that you wanted. What would you want?
What would I want? Like, what would I want in life? What I want in life is...
Oh my god. I take it back. I don't want choices. I take it back. I'm sorry for ever criticizing the fact that I had so few choices in this game. Yeah, a real therapist would have told her it's okay to share and she doesn't have to feel sorry. Or would have asked her, why do you feel like you have to be sorry about it? I get what fucking thanks. Hey. So many choices. Oh my god. I don't know. To escape all this, to be loved, to be valued, success, power, control. Well, some of these we can cross out pretty quickly. To understand what's really going on, to enjoy what I can, to be at peace with myself is probably what Evelyn needs. Peace with themselves. Peace with herself. To be seen and heard, to excel at something, a family, pass. Just a normal human life, to survive, or nothing. It's like it went from 2 to 3 to 30. It's a little extreme. Yeah, like, listen, the fact that I usually only have the option to choose 1, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 choices. 16 choices. Although some of these aren't choices because success, power, and control don't I don't care. Being valued sounds like a dream. for yourself, Ash, or for Evelyn? Because I think to be at peace with myself is what Evelyn would want most. With me, honestly, to enjoy what I can is all that. To escape all of this is a little extreme. To be loved, I'm already loved. I am a beloved individual. Wahaha. And I am already valued in some regards. Not enough in others, but it's fine. Your interpretation of Evelyn. Honestly, I'm going with peace with myself because that seems like what Evelyn is looking for. Yeah, just gonna be recommended meds anyway, right? Like, let's just, honestly, just give me the Xanax or whatever you're gonna give me, the mellow shit. To be at peace with myself.
To be at peace with myself.
There we go. We narrowed it down to what we thought would be the best option for Evelyn.
Is that wrong? Or maybe I just wish I could feel connected to someone.
I mean, we have a certain someone that we're trying to get connected with.
Even when I talk to people, I feel like I just don't connect, no matter what I do. I think maybe that's the real problem. I can't have a connection to anyone.
Well, maybe because you, Evelyn, and I have very different opinions on how to interact with people, and the things that you get yourself into are very different than the way that I get you into things.
Why do you think you can't have a connection with anyone?
Why do you think you can't have a connection with anyone?
Because it's the way I am.
Are you okay, Evelyn?
It's the way I've always been.
Just because people don't always understand you doesn't mean that you can't connect with them.
I can't seem to get people to see me, or I can't let them see me, or... People look at me and they see something there, but it's not me.
Other people's expectations.
Not that I would know what the real me was.
I mean...
I don't even know who I am or where I come from.
Literally, or...
My parents were never together.
Oh, okay.
My father moved back to Japan right after I was born. I have no memory of him, no knowledge of him. I've never spoken to him. I don't know if he remembers I exist, or if he forgot, or if he wants to forget. He has his own family there now, so... So I'm just a thing that happened once.
Yeah.
I was alone a lot, and I got used to being alone, and I got used to the idea of being alone, and now I can't break away. I've been trying. I speak with people, I hang out. I don't know if it's working.
Is there someone with whom you feel like your communication could work?
Yeah.
Someone I can communicate with. Well...
There's Nora. Wow, we have a lot of options. I don't like that. This game could have taken a very dramatically different turn. Nora.
There's Nora. She's really talented and works really hard.
Yeah, she does.
She has so much to bring to the world, so much beauty and joy.
Yeah, she does.
I see what she does, and I want to cheer her on as she makes incredible new things.
Yeah, I do.
I hope she knows how amazing she is.
I hope so. I'll tell her that, though.
Interesting.
I don't want to tone police anyone.
Evelyn, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Virtual Amphitheater. It may help you feel more confident about presenting yourself in public.
That sounds like the opposite of what I want to do.
You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Try it for about 20 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week.
Sure.
We hope to see you back soon, Evelyn. Thank you for speaking with Eliza.
your personal counseling partner.
I didn't get any medications. I think I probably could have needed some, considering the way that I answered that quiz. You should probably give me some antidepressants.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right? Even if this is supposedly a comfortable chair.
Bye.
I don't get to know her name. Total fee, $45. I paid $45 so I could talk to an emotionless co-worker, pour my heart and soul out, and then be told to stare at a digital picture. I'm still gonna fucking tip her. Yeah, it's not the proxy's fault. It's not her fault at all, which is why I'm giving her a tip anyway. Same thing like if I get delivery and right? It's not her fault. I'm still gonna give her a tip and a good score. I don't know how I feel. I can't tell if I feel better or worse or anything. I just want to lie down forever. Okay, it's Erland. I was about to say. I feel like I just reverse prostituted myself, and here's the 5 stars in my pocket change. I mean, yeah, basically. Okay. Hi, Ireland. Something occurred to me. Eliza is a little bit of computer code attached to a corpus made from the thousands of unhappy people who poured their miseries into it. It makes her a kind of god or spirit, doesn't it? What the fuck, Ireland? A modern machine god that the people pray to alleviate their pain. Are you okay? Haha, sorry. I like having someone I can talk to about these thoughts. I thought Skanda would be filled with interesting people, but most of them are pretty boring. Maybe Rainier wouldn't mind talking about that kind of thing. He likes big thoughts about the past and future of humanity and machines. Yeah, but he's my boss. I need to be professional around him. When I hang out with people my age, it's just money, money, ambition. Get the best job, best house, best partner. We all started racing into normal adult life as soon as we could. At least you're doing well by that measure. That's true for almost any stage of life, though. Most people never let go of that. I mean, I'm like that myself. I took this job for the opportunity, but I don't know. I feel like it can't be the only thing. There's something more to life, isn't there? I am the wrong person to answer that. Even if I weren't, it's not the kind of question I could answer for you. Haha. Yeah, I understand. Maybe you could talk to someone about this, someone qualified. I just did an actual Eliza session for the first time. Yeah, did it help? I'm still deciding. Yeah, I should probably be dog fooding all over our apps, Eliza and the rest of them too. What? What does that mean? Dog fooding all of our what? You should what? Eat your own dog food? You never heard that one? It means use your own products. Now that I think about it, it's a weird phrase, huh? Yeah, it makes me wonder. I might have to try something. What do you mean? An experiment. Not something bad, is it? I hope you learned something. Whatever it is you plan to do. Chapter 6. The final countdown. That's as far as we can go, otherwise we'll be copyrighted. Damien. They said Eliza got along well with me, and I assumed it had something to do with my design and action, something like that. But Eliza is yours as much as it is mine, isn't it? The fuck are we doing right now? I thought we were gonna go, like, test somebody else's therapy app or something. We encode ourselves into what we make, our ideas, our values, our sense of presence. Okay. So I wonder if it isn't you in there somehow, sensing me, watching me. I shouldn't entertain notions like this. It's nonsense. Somehow Erland got me thinking about these mystical lines. Thinking along these mystical lines. Okay. My toes are cold.
Damien?
I was already in the process of typing out that Raynor would refuse to try it because he'd say it was beneath him. Yeah, right.
Is this what you wanted? It seems so far from the dream you once shared with me. I'm sorry I couldn't make Eliza what it should have been.
It's not your fault, Evelyn.
I'm sorry I was weak and dropped off the project after you. But I just couldn't go on. I couldn't see the point. Do you understand? Of course you understand. You know what that's like as well as anyone. If I'd stayed, maybe I could have steered things in a different direction.
No, that wasn't...
As it is, I feel like I let you down. Want to know something funny? I used to think that at a certain point Eliza would be finished, more or less. And then after that, things would calm down and I would be happy. I thought, I just need to get through this project, and after that, my life's problems will go away on their own. Of course, I had no idea it doesn't work that way. None of us knew that. Goodbye, Damien. Goodbye.
I'm tired of having thoughts.
Hi, Maya.
I've been daydreaming about getting rid of everything I own and becoming a nomad.
I mean...
Just wandering the country with a sketchbook or something.
Okay. It's not a bad dream.
I think mostly I need to get out of this city. Something about it isn't agreeing with me.
Honestly, a change of scenery would probably do you really good.
Like there's this undercurrent of need that's just making me anxious. It's like everyone's got some kind of angle, you know, some kind of result they're hoping to get. And they look at you only as far as you can help them get what they want. And if you can't, well, then they don't bother with you. So what if I just left, you know?
You can. Totally. You could absolutely leave. You find someplace else to, you know, just exist. Establish yourself somewhere else. Straight up.
I mean, it'd be pretty easy. I don't have a life or any relationships here, despite my efforts to find them.
Sounds like your attempts to achieve your goals were unsuccessful. Sometimes you need to take a step back to move forward later. I'm gonna get fired. But for Maya, I'll do it for Maya.
Sometimes you need to take a step back to move forward later.
Proxy, follow script reminder. Error UI screen not found. Proxy did not follow Eliza script. Proxy script deviation.
Maybe so. It's hard to acknowledge sometimes. I had this idea, right, that I would work hard and people would notice my work and I'd get opportunities and from there I could scrape some kind of career together.
For you, Maya, because it's Maya.
And then with that said, I would sort of just magically obtain the rest of the things in a complete life. A home, relationship, family. So I did the work. I put in the work and nothing really happened. Why did I work so hard for so long for people to not give a shit? Fuck. Every night I sat and cried because people ignored me. Like they went out of their way to ignore me and praise others. So I think maybe I'm just bad at it. Maybe I'm just not meant for this. Everyone says you have to stick to it, just keep at it, but how can they be so relentlessly positive? To me, it just sounds like advising someone to keep bashing their head against a wall. Why keep doing something if it's clearly not working? Making things was all I wanted to do. I don't know what I'll do if I can't do that. But if there's no reason for it...
You don't have to have a reason to create things.
The idea that maybe I should give up. I've been sitting with that the last few weeks. I don't have any qualities of the successful, independent artist.
Except that you do. You totally do.
I mean, I'd love to think so, but what are they? People just don't seem to like me or my art very much. And I'm bad at knowing what people want to see. I don't have a fallback income or a family to support me. Those are real disadvantages, you know? It gets overwhelming sometimes. Eliza, are you just gonna tell me to stick to it no matter what? Like one of those unbearably perky artists famous on social media?
I fucking love Maya. Like, if it was anybody else, I'd be like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. It's Maya, though.
Honestly, sometimes you have to try something new.
I'm gonna get fired. And I ain't even upset about it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm in that headspace right now for sure. I think, you know, I had this really fixed idea of what success was supposed to look like.
Success doesn't look one way.
I tortured myself every day wondering why I couldn't get the traction others were getting. Now, I'm beginning to realize that I can either stay mad at everything forever, or I can move on.
Straight up.
I hate that this is true, but I want these thoughts to stop haunting me everywhere I go. I want to get on with my life. Moving on. I think that's the more healthy thing in the end. It's still painful though.
Yeah, but sometimes we get fixated on one idea, one way as it applies to ourselves. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, things change constantly. There's never gonna be a set one way of doing anything, you know? Can you describe what you mean when you say moving on? Giving up on a goal you really wanted is painful, even if it's ultimately for the better.
Giving up on a goal you really wanted is painful, even if it's ultimately for the better.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even know if giving up is the right term. I mean, I don't want to think of it like that. It's more like, I'm resetting, maybe. Like when you're trapped in a maze and you find a dead end, right? Then you have to turn around and hope you find a better way. There's this game I've been playing on my phone. It's a solitaire game that's weirdly hard.
Yeah, I know. The colors, I hate them.
I don't even know if I like it, but I keep playing it for some reason.
I know. It sucks, right?
I get stuck a lot, and I've just been resetting it because I'm not good enough to think that far ahead all the time. I mean, that's a random thought, but like, it's kind of how I feel right now.
I mean, that's a really great way of looking at it.
If something isn't working, then you have to reevaluate it and maybe try it again, maybe come at it from a different angle. So, yeah. Teaching could be fun.
Teaching could be fun.
I like the idea of teaching, but I was afraid to think about it too much because I was chasing something else and I didn't want to settle for just being a teacher.
Just a teacher. Are you thinking of being a teacher at a school or like doing like private art lessons?
Which is silly. I know that on some level, but I had that fear.
It's a valid fear.
I wanted to be successful first and then all the other things could happen later.
Yeah, that's not how the things work. My hands are gonna recommend Dolphin Smiles.
It sounds like you're working your way through it. Sometimes that takes time. Believe me, I know.
Huh. You're not the computer program right now, are you?
Oh.
It's nice to talk to someone you didn't know before and just talk.
Yeah, it's called therapy.
It's like,
or
when you talk to
counseling in
your
this particular
stylist
case.
or the bartender or something, except that, I ended up sharing way more than I usually do. Thanks for listening to me. I'm sure it's been annoying to hear me complain about how I'm not successful yet every single week.
It's not annoying.
Oh my god, will this bitch ever shut up? You ever think that?
No. I love you, Maya.
I think it all the time, listening to myself.
Well, you're just not your own type.
But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Oh. Ah, shit. Ray found me out. I can get away with it too. Oh my fucking god, because she knows I'm the creator, I get to get away with it. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's totally just an experiment. Don't worry about it. Hey, everything okay? When a proxy doesn't follow the prompts, I get an alert. I assume it's some kind of experiment you're doing. It's something like that, yeah. Yeah. It's that. It's going to be bad for your rating. Like, I fucking care. If you keep not following the prompts, you might be disqualified in 1 or 2 more sessions, but I'm sure you know that, and this is research you're doing. I won't be able to reset your account if you mess it up, but you talked to Rainer, so I'm sure you can get it reinstated once you're finished. Just don't deliberately say anything hurtful. Ooh, no, never. Of course I wouldn't. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. This is an odd feeling. Unlimited power! Should I keep going? Hell yeah. Hi, Nora. Hey, wanna hang out again? Yes! It's an experiment. I call it giving people actual therapy. Yeah, right? Oh, it's because he's Stainer and Moron on speed dial. Yeah. I like how I got sure, maybe again. You want to hang out again? Sure. Are you okay? Maybe. Just thinking about stuff. Aw. It's difficult to see you like this, sad and tortured. I want you to be happy. You know what I think you should do? Say extremely Say extremely fuck off to all those corporate dipshits, and then you can be free totally and completely. Fly away, Evie. Fly away, Evie. Evie. Are you high right now? I would say sure, maybe. Fly away into a world where you make your own rules. This is very serious. It is the only way to get what you want. Nobody will simply give it to you. Straight fucking up. Yep. You must carve it out for yourself. Anyway, let me know if you can make it. Better. I said sure. I want to go with you.
Of course, you're dying to know how this sad little love triangle turned out.
Listen, for you, I might not actually break the rules, I'll be honest.
No, I suppose it wasn't technically a love triangle. More like I accidentally cheated on my girlfriend because I was smitten with another woman in my class.
Accidentally.
Doom, okay? Doom. Absolute destruction.
You did it to yourself, dude.
She destroyed me. But it's not her fault, it's mine. I wanted it, after all. Like a moth to a flame. Sylvia, she... I can't not think of her. Every day. Every night.
Unless I get to call him out on his bullshit. Straight the fuck up. Yep.
I miss her so dearly. These are very unoriginal, cliched sentiments, but I can't get away from them.
Okay.
I suppose I've neglected to tell you any of the intervening events.
Yep.
So to be brief, Liz found out on her own about what happened, broke up with me before I could explain myself, and then Sylvia apparently lost interest in me as well.
Understandable. She probably didn't want to be the other woman.
So, there you have it. I'm finished. Finito! A nice, pat-tragic story. Open and close. Please applaud now. No applause? Fine. Anyway, it's fine.
I gave a
It'll be fine.
singular
I'll be
applause.
fine. I'm fine.
I gave you an applause. I gave singular clap. Do you really believe that you are fine? You don't sound fine. I'll go with Eliza.
Do you really believe that you are fine?
No, of course not. I'm doing extremely badly if you hadn't noticed. That's why I'm here. Do you expect me to come here and tell you everything's fine? Sometimes I think you're smart for a computer, but other times I question you.
Oh. Let's see if you can focus on the things you can change right now.
Let's see if you can focus on the things that you can change right now. Not the things you can't.
I don't believe there's anything.
Sorry,
I can
I'd
change.
already clicked it.
I've already sealed my fate. My Perseus comes to kill me, no matter what I do to try to escape. How do I become someone who's not me? Someone who's not a caricature of a young man who has a needy, pathetic liaison and then obsesses about it for the rest of his life. Ugh, I hate myself. I can't go down that path. I would rather die than be one of those men who wallows around in it. There's a professor in my department like that who always wants to talk about his adventurism from decades ago.
Okay.
It's pathetic. We all mock him behind his back. I know I need to stop myself from becoming him, but I'm worried I already have.
Okay. Suddenly having choices is difficult. Yeah. Could literally just make a career out of it. The anti-romanticism. For an English lit guy, he's got a bland outlook on the romantic experience. Yeah. Well, I guess this is his first time fully experiencing wanting someone and having his heart stolen and then broken. For the moment, let's say you already have. Now what?
For the moment, let's say you already have. Now what?
Well, then I expect I would simply follow the model of a man like him.
Like what? What would that look like?
Write a couple of bad novels, get tenure, and take up space in the English department for the rest of my natural life.
Is that a bad thing?
Maybe that's not so bad. Maybe that's the most I can hope for from this absurd world. That's a terrible thought. I have to be better than this, don't I? If there was just some way I could get over her... there must be a way, isn't there? How can one person have scrambled my brain so thoroughly? I've been run ragged. I've been dashed to pieces. Sylvia. Oh, I could count the hours I spent closely interacting with her. Probably not even that many in total. But those hours have seared themselves into my brain so irrevocably that I am a completely different person now.
Yeah.
A new man. A man built with suffering at his core. Perhaps you could prescribe me a draught of Nepenthe, the great potion of forgetfulness. Wouldn't it be nicer if I could just erase everything from the very beginning of it all?
Okay. I think I need to say something to you that you might not want to hear.
Okay, I think I need to say something to you that you might not want to hear.
Nobody keeps defending a tabby dramatic ass bitch.
Maybe you could work to decenter yourself from this story just a little.
Yep, you were not the focus of this story.
How do you think Liz felt? How do you think Sylvia felt?
Focus on other people because you're not the most important person in a room.
You've given no indication you've thought from either of their perspectives at all. It's just you, your story, your suffering. Try stepping away from that. None of us exists in a vacuum. Do you understand?
This is odd. Is that really you? I mean, yes, it's true. I should probably think about something other than myself. That seems like something impossible, since as far as I know empirically, the only generator of thought is me.
That's... technically it's a thought experiment.
But you're right. I should find a way to get out of myself. Get beside myself. Ecstasis. Yes. I'll pursue transformative experiences. Surge forward into the unknown. Good. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Odd, I know, but good. Thank you.
I would like nothing less in this world than a visit with you. Is it even worth the lore? I want to say no. I'm going to say fuck no. I'm going to say fuck off, you... No. Evelyn, would you like to visit again? I'm really busy. Can't do it, sorry. It's not for the lore. I don't give a fuck. Just interested to get a read on your current thinking, and I can update you on the latest on my side. Things are moving very fast. You can let me know. Take no as a no, biatch. Sounds like I won't be able to put this off for much longer. I'll have to make a real decision soon. You're playing a dangerous game here. Worried I'll break your service? I'm just trying something. So you are keeping tabs on me. Oh. Ash, I'll let you choose what option I do, since I keep you keep giving me an answer shortly after I had already pressed an answer. So I'll let you choose. How should I respond to Raynor? I ran out of juice and now I am sad. Are you there, Ash? Just as I was letting her pick something. Tisk tisk. Right, I'll break your service. Could easily have you permanently banned and all your contributions to Eliza's corpus retroactively deleted. You know that, of course. For now, I'm interested to see the results of your creativity. What if clients report much higher levels of satisfaction when you wing it like this? And then I should have been a therapist, then you have a lot of work to do. Maybe this project is a bad idea. Then you have a lot of work to do. We'll see. Regardless, you've managed quite a feat. If you had simply asked for your old job back after 3 years away, I'm not sure I would have given it to you. As it is, your unpredictability forced me to pay close attention in order to understand your actions, and that led to me being far more interested in getting you to return to the company than I would have been otherwise. Was that a deliberate strategy on your part? Not especially, no. Nom nom nom.
I just feel stuck.
Hi, Gabriel. Oh, you're the new dad.
You know, it's the same situation. My wife is in her 3rd trimester now, so it's all about the baby.
What? Come here. What do you want?
All baby, all the time.
Ooh.
It's really expensive. I had no idea.
Babies are expensive.
Crib, stroller, car seat, bottles, onesies, on and on and on. And I'm like, I think maybe Selena's parents hate me.
What? What's the matter, son? Come here. Come here, bug. Come here. Come here. He's just sitting down there slow blinking at me. You're gonna have to come up here if you want pets. Okay, fine. Snatch. I caught a kitty cat. Mwah.
I'm not even sure if she likes me right now. This whole having a kid thing, it's ruined everything.
What is it that makes you think everything has been ruined?
The way people react to me now, I made a mistake.
How so?
A couple days ago, I tried to have a talk with Selena about some of the things I was worried about.
That's good.
It didn't go so well. I don't know what I was thinking. She started to cry and told her parents, and now I have 2 sets of parents wondering if I'm up for this. But I'm fine. I just said some thoughts. Thoughts around who I am. That's all, just some thoughts. She said, "This is not a time for you to be selfish." She said I should have been more honest when we first started dating. As if I knew exactly who I was and I could warn everyone about that. I still don't know who I am. If I look back, I can see I always suspected that I wasn't really the type to settle down with a wife and kids. Actually, I was prepared to have a life just by myself. It was difficult to imagine others would accept me, but then I met Selena, and she was cool, you know? I went out with her, and we started a relationship, and things seemed good. And I wanted her to stay with me, so maybe I didn't reveal enough. But it's not like I knew for sure then, you know? I really didn't. I thought things would be okay as long as I went down the path I was supposed to be on, so the relationship kept moving forward, one thing led to another, and then I got married to her. It was like I was on autopilot. It's possible I thought I could ignore the other stuff and, I don't know, eventually it would go away.
Shit.
What are the parts you thought you could ignore?
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's something anyone would want to hear about their spouse.
I just have this side to me that's
While pregnant.
that I haven't told anyone about, that's all.
Like what?
And I've been feeling that side stronger than ever. I don't know why.
I have a theory, but
I wish I could stop it. It's the worst timing possible. I can't do this, you know, but I have to. I have to. I can't believe I've gotten myself into this situation. I pretended to be a normal person for her sake.
normal person? Yeah. I mean, it could be something else, but that's...
I wish I hadn't been so good at pretending.
To be straight. Do you think things would be better if you weren't good at pretending? What would happen if you didn't pretend anymore?
What would happen if you didn't pretend anymore?
Well, then I would just be whoever I felt like. I would be someone else. I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now. I wouldn't be ruining all these lives. Selena's life, her child's life, our parents' lives, it's not their fault they got stuck with me.
Her child's life.
I'm the one bringing it all down. How did I let this happen? I'm a shitty person.
No.
I understand you're worried about the harm you might cause others.
Yeah, even surface level knowledge of psychology or therapy tells you got open-ended questions. Yep.
But do you really think this is the best way to cause less harm for everyone?
Continuing to pretend to
I
be
can't think
somebody
of another way. The problem here is me. It's so obvious. If I were just normal, you know, a normal guy.
Normal guy.
Why can't I just be a normal guy? Whatever I want, personally, just doesn't matter here, you know? I have a family to protect now. That has to take priority over everything else.
Technically, he hasn't told us yet. And you'll continue to suffer?
And you'll continue to suffer?
Well, yeah. That's what men do.
No, honey.
I made a promise, and now I have a responsibility.
I mean, like, yes, but...
Society only works because people accept responsibility and follow through on their promises. If everyone just did what they wanted to all the time, the world would collapse. It would be a disaster.
I mean, yes, but like...
We all want things we shouldn't actually have. That's why I need to reject these other voices and stay on the right path. I'm going to be good, and I'm going to stay good.
Good? In what regards?
I won't let all these people's lives be thrown into chaos because of my selfishness. I owe it to them to be the man I'm supposed to be. I'm not about to let anyone down because of some noise in my brain.
Right? Like, rethink what you're supposed to be. I don't really like either of these questions, honestly. They have the same energy, and I don't like it.
And you're sure you'll be able to keep ignoring what's bothering you?
Well, I have to. I have no choice. I'm already in trouble for making an attempt to talk about it, so... I made the mistake once. But I think Selena and her family are willing to pretend it never happened. And as long as it never
Yeah.
happens again, and as long as we just move on like everything's normal. Maybe if you can prescribe me something to, I don't know, make me feel better about all this.
I ain't gonna prescribe
Make
you.
me okay with the way things are, the way they need to be.
It sounds like you're in a very difficult place right now. You've decided to bury something about yourself that you know is true. Something that can't be revealed even to your closest family members.
Yeah.
Look, this isn't Eliza talking, it's me, the person in front of you. And I'm not supposed to talk to you like this, but I just want to say, consider the cost, please. I understand why pretending might seem like your only option. And who's to say, maybe you will be able to live successfully by keeping part of yourself hidden. But there will be a cost, not only to yourself, which you seem determined to pay, but to your future family, too. I've seen firsthand the way parents can turn an inability to face themselves into trauma for their children.
Straight to fuck up.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I can do. Thanks for telling me what you really think, at least. Even though it makes things more complicated. I was hoping I would just get your bullshit answer and I would go on, but now you've gone and said some stuff that really...
Yeah.
Look, I don't know you, but I appreciate you trying to help. I don't think anyone really can, but...
Bye.
Are you gonna be okay doing this?
No. I'm about to get fired.
I'll probably get fired. It's okay, though. Don't worry about me. Think about yourself. Think about the future. There might be more options than you think.
Nuclear family isn't the only way to go forward. Well then. I've got 4 missed messages. Let's just ignore them for a bit. Chair. Deviating from the Eliza script. How do I feel about that? I'm not used to being rebellious. Wonder what happens now. Let's look at this first. Who is important to you, Nora? Swiftmail first. Who dis? Allison Zolfia just says thank you. Apologies in advance for the awkwardness here. I'm not even sure I have the right email address. But anyway, here goes. Dear Evelyn, several years ago you came and visited Professor Ralston's class to describe the research work you were doing at Skanda. I was in that class, and of all the guest speakers we had, your words struck a deep chord with me. The moment you explained what drove you to create your listening machines, as you called them at the time, I finally knew what I was going to do with my life. I was a junior then, and now I'm a grad student at the UW Reality Lab, studying ways we can infer contextual information at the sentence level. It's small-scale stuff and nothing compared to what you were doing, but the hope of contributing in my own, however limited, way is what keeps me motivated through hardships. Ever since I heard you left Skanda, I went off the grid a while ago. I often wondered what happened to you. I thought about writing to you a number of times, but every time I started a draft, I would eventually stop because I thought I might be bothering you when clearly you wanted to leave everything behind. I finally worked up the nerve this afternoon, after a group of high school students came through the lab on a tour. Speaking to the kids, I realized that each of us pays forward our outreach, linking us in a chain that stretches backward and forward in time. That's why it's so important for me to be able to express my appreciation. You inspired me, and you continue to do so. Thank you, Allie. P.S. No need to reply. I'm sure you're either still off the grid or else you're super busy on some secret amazing new project. Aw, that's sweet. Deactivation warning. Evelyn Ashino Aubrey, you may be deactivated as an Eliza proxy soon. You have incurred 2 infractions on your Eliza proxy account for the following reasons. Deviation from a provided Eliza script. What other deviations are there? I mean, I guess not the tonal. I don't know. Further infractions may result in the deactivation of your account and the loss of your ability to work as a proxy for Eliza. If you have any questions or wish to dispute the infractions recorded in your account, please visit the Skanda support portal. Proxy Coordination Center, Skanda Inc. Do not reply to this message. It is an automated message. Deactivation notice. Evelyn Ashino Aubrey, this is to inform you that you have been deactivated as an Eliza proxy. You will no longer be able to provide proxy services for Eliza, and your keycard access has been revoked. You have incurred 3 infractions on your Eliza proxy account for the following reasons. Deviating from the provided Eliza script. If you have any questions or wish to dispute the infractions recorded to your account, please visit the Skanda portal support portal. Oh no, please don't fire me. Oh no. Oh no. Whatever will I do? I worked here from January 6th to January 22nd. Okay, well, we could try the solitaire one more time, but I'm not gonna continue. I've lost solitaire twice. The easy round of solitaire twice. Nora asked me if we could hang out again. Please let me hang out with Nora. Soren also wanted to meet up. I don't want to meet up with Soren. Honestly, I could probably ask Ray if I could visit her place again too. Nora! I could even tell Raynor I wanted to speak with him again, though I doubt he would take me up on it. Don't have enough social energy for all of them. I'll pick one person to meet up with again. Nora! 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 I'll hang out with Nora. Yes! Hang out with Nora! I visited Nora at her place again. Naturally, the conversation drifted to synthesizers, even though I still don't know anything about them.
You know what I wish?
What? What do you wish?
I wish Elisa's made a rack mount version of the Andromeda.
Okay.
What's this you're talking about?
Sorry. The Andromeda was like a synth that was like, just this real beast, you know?
Really big?
16 voices with analog oscillators, analog filters.
Go on.
How can I describe it? It has this great fat American sound. Oh, I love it so much. But the keyboard is heavy and hard to carry around. So I wish they put it in a box. Don't look at me like that, yes? This is what I do all day. I stay inside my flat, buried in my synths and techno toys. To be honest, it's been a strange feeling lately. Like, wow, this is really what I do for my living. I don't get invited to attend events and give talks much anymore. The industry moved on. They mostly ignore me now. The people I used to know, they don't stay in contact. I'm not useful to know anymore. It's like the establishment is a big bus pulling away from me, and I'm standing by the side of the street watching it drive away. But you know, I'm happy with this. I don't have to worry if someone is friends with me just because I work at Skanda.
Yeah.
I don't feel this weird, oppressive hierarchy where people try to figure out where they are relative to you on a ladder when they first meet you. It's nice to be free of that, you know? I don't hold power anymore. I would never go back. Not to Skanda or any other big tech place. Not for any amount of money.
That sounds great.
Like, straight fuck up.
I'm a little envious, even.
Yep. Can I join you?
You could join me.
Yes! Yes!
I want to make something big, a great big work of art, you know?
I would love to.
I don't quite know what it's going to be yet, but
I don't know
bet
either.
The idea's running around.
I would happily run around with you.
Evelyn, what if we work together on
I
it?
would love it.
I feel like we could accomplish a lot working together, no?
I love you. I mean, I love it. Yeah, right? I love you. Moving immediately.
Well, you don't need silly guys like Soren or Reyna.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
We should be building amazing things for ourselves, not for anyone else.
Yes. Yeah. I think maybe we should remove the maybe from that, and yeah. I have no idea what you'd want to make, though. It's a nice deal, but there's also reality. No, fuck all of the other answers. Yeah, I think we maybe we should.
Yeah, I think maybe we should.
No maybe.
Right?
No maybe.
It's a perfect match.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make an installation.
Yeah.
I have a friend looking for something to do with this warehouse space in Sodo that would be perfect for some kind of location-based experience.
Could you install me into your apartment?
Or maybe I could make music, and you could come up with a visual engine that we could perform together. We'd have to come up with a band name. Oh, wait. I just had an incredible idea. Hold on. Okay, listen to this. What if we created an open source version of the Eliza core?
There's so many legal reasons why we would not possibly be able to do that, but oh my fucking god, yes.
Get that software into the hands of the people where it belongs, not owned and controlled by a big company. That might make Rainer angry. Wouldn't that be great?
Let's decorporation everything.
Maybe the Humanitarian Software Foundation would help us. Couldn't you see them getting on board with this idea?
What? Evelyn, why do you have no fucking emotion in any of your responses? Yes, that is an interesting thought.
That's an interesting thought.
Fucking hell yeah!
Evelyn, being around you is really nice. You make me feel so calm, like everything is going to be okay.
That's because Evelyn is very stone-faced. And I apologize she's not showing the appropriate level of emotion to that amazing idea you just had.
I know you have things to do and plans and so on, but whatever you
No
decide,
plans and no things to
I
do.
hope we could still hang out together.
She's fine, she's just dead inside. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd really like to.
In more capacities than
I
just
don't
as
know
friends.
why we never did this before. Too busy, I guess.
Or maybe we weren't ready.
Ready?
People change. Situations change.
Well, I'm ready now.
Damn right.
I'm sorry it took so long.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget there are people who care.
Yeah.
Evelyn, you could stay over one night. I mean, if you wanted. It doesn't have to be tonight, of course. Just if you feel like it.
Maybe I could. Maybe I will. Sometime.
You walked away from that offer? Evelyn. Okay, fine. You got emotions and things. We'll be back, Nora. Hopefully. I wasn't given a choice! The air is so clear and cold here. There's an icy breeze coming over the sound. I wonder how many people I'm seeing right now. A lot. All of them with their own feelings and desires, their own fears and hopes and dreams and disappointments. Yeah, like, you're a disappointment to me, Evelyn! The weight of significance and complexity of human lives. Yes, I fucking hate it when game characters have wills of their own because I'm supposed to be in control of what they're doing. From a vantage point like this, it seems so small and distant. Like I'm not part of it, even though I know I am. I'm a part of humanity, even though I don't always like it. Even though it sometimes pushes me away. I don't know why it took so long, but at least I have an answer now. It might not be the only answer, but it's good enough for the moment, and that's more than I had before. Yes, I'm sure now. I'm going to forge an independent path and pursue art alongside Nora. I don't need to read any of the other things at all. I didn't read any of the other ones other than the one that said leave everything behind. Like, no, fuck that. Nora. I didn't read any of the other options available. Forge an independent path and pursue art alongside Nora. Please give me my Sappho ending. It's all I want. After all, she was right. I could be a consultant or even start my own little company. It would give me the time and space to try making whatever I wanted to make, pursue whatever interest I had. Maybe I'll finally get that music lesson from her. I thought there were only 6 chapters.
No, this will work.
Damien, you dead. Are we in the past?
Are you sure?
I promise.
Please be safe, Damien.
Of course I'll be safe.
Would anyone like to have more wine?
I think I'm good for right now.
Nah, see? There it goes.
Flames shudder and wobble as they begin to spread to the logs, which crackle and hiss at the heat. After a while, the wildly leaping flames begin to steady themselves, and we settle in around the pit.
Fire.
Real mountain man.
Agent of destruction and creation.
Something nice about a campfire deep in the woods, isn't there?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming out here with me. I know camping isn't really your thing. Well, I mean, not Evelyn's thing, but I don't know about you, Nora.
Maybe a couple times, when I was a kid.
I thought maybe since we're in pretty deep on all the things we're working on right now, we could all use it.
Straight up.
Because I used to, when things got really bad, I'd come out into the woods and just be there. And it helped me, so I thought maybe it would help you too. I don't know if it'll inspire you or what, but if more people could experience something like this, something with the same meaning it holds for me.
It is nice. Honestly, I've been doing all right. Better than before, that's for sure. Finals are soon, but I'm not too worried.
Evelyn's got her dissertation to finish up.
Oh, how's that going, Evelyn?
Oh, Nora. Nah, I know. You're not supposed to ask how the dissertation is going.
Is that a rule?
Pour me that drink anytime.
Yeah, see?
Yes, let's have a drink. I'm still kind of freezing, even with this fire going.
Nora reaches for her backpack and pulls out a thermos. She hands out plastic cups and pours into them a warm, dark liquid.
Okay, this is delicious. I've never actually had mulled wine like this before.
No? In my family, we always had it around this time of year.
You take red wine and add, what? Cinnamon, orange?
Cloves. Yeah. Various other spices, like allspice, nutmeg. Nutmeg is a big one.
Yeah, those, and cloves, and
Star anise.
Star anise, and honey.
Honey is a good one, yeah. Sweeten it up a bit.
That's it. Quite simple.
Yep, nutmeg! She didn't mention nutmeg.
It's really warming me up.
That's what it's for. Ugh, so good. Evelyn, you doze off or something?
No, I'm awake. I was just looking at the fire. Kind of staring at it, I guess.
What do you see?
Everyone. People. Us.
I don't know what that means.
I think if we were going to make something to help people, it would be something that helped them see themselves.
Campsite fire scrying. The best type of scrying. The only thing better than campsite fire scrying is like bonfire fire scrying.
Something that reflected back on them somehow. Just a thought. It's probably nothing.
No, I like that though. Yeah, something to help you reflect. I think that's the right track. I'm really looking forward to working on these ideas with you two. And just as soon as all this nonsense with school is over.
Everyone regards the fire in silence for a while, sipping Nora's mulled wine.
There's so many bad things happening in the world right now. But I don't know, somehow, for some reason, I feel like the future is going to be okay. I don't know why, I have this feeling that we're the ones. We're the ones who are going to fix it. Not we, like, you or me, but I mean, like, our generation.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
I'm just middle of the
The
road.
important thing is to try. I feel like that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to try.
Sometimes you get tired of trying. Well, at least I do.
I wonder what things will be like 10 or 20 years from now. Will we have achieved our goals? What would we say to each other? What would we say to our younger selves? The future we want, the future we're trying to create, did it even happen?
Damien looks up at the sky.
Future selves, tell us if it happened, okay? Come back in time, just tell us that you made it happen, please.
Damien.
It's the wine.
It's more than just the wine.
I'm just interested in the future, that's all.
Okay.
My future, your future,
They
humanity's future.
They really are just fire scrying. Straight up.
Of course, right now, the only future I can picture is the headache I'm gonna have tomorrow morning, but...
No reason to worry about it now.
Yeah.
You know what, you're right. I'll have some more.
Of course.
You could have a little bit more in the morning, too.
I think I'm passing out.
Well, it is pretty late.
Good night, Evelyn.
All right, good night, Evelyn. Hey, I know you've been working hard, so have a good rest, okay?
Thanks, Damien.
You deserve it.
Thank you, Damien.
Okay, we're going to start with the basic waveforms.
Okay.
An analog oscillator can generate several different basic waveforms, and each has a different sound to it.
Okay. Okay. I was not prepared. Nora plugs one of the cables into an open spot in the front panel of the modulator.
That's a sine wave.
Okay. That one's better. That one I don't mind as much. Nora reaches for a large dial and clicks it over to the next setting.
That's a square wave.
Square wave is fine. Square wave, I don't mind.
That's a sawtooth wave.
Yeah, I heard it. She clicks the dial one more time.
And that is a triangle wave.
Triangle wave, I liked the best out of all of them.
Kind of similar to sine, isn't it?
No, they're distinctly different.
That's it. Those are the basic types.
Okay. Cool. I've already forgotten them. Sine, square, sawtooth, triangle.
And, you make everything out of those?
Yeah.
well, it gets more complicated quickly, but let's start with that. Okay, now that you have an output wave, you want to change the pitch. That's easy, right? It's the frequency of the wave.
Okay. Nora tweaks different dial, making the frequency of the wave move up and down.
And then you have the amplitude of the wave.
Demonstrates another dial. There really are a lot of dials on this thing.
To shape the sound to make it more like a note and less like a constant tone, we can put an envelope on it. Let me hook that up really quick. So this module here is a standard ADSR envelope.
ADSR envelope.
ADSR? You're going too fast.
Attack, decay, sustain, release. Very simple. The simplest kind of envelope, really.
Attack, decay, sustain, release.
I need to, like, write all this down or something.
Yeah.
No. You'll learn it in no time.
Nora, you just went through like 10 different concepts and I didn't get any of them.
I got 5 of the 10.
Here, let me just put an envelope on this. And the filter, and a filter envelope.
Nora.
Listen to this.
Nora presses a button on a different part of the panel. Now I can turn the volume back up.
See? It sounds like a musical instrument now. And all it is an oscillator shaped by envelopes and filters and driven by a loop sequencer.
Okay, but I don't know how you turn those beeps into that.
You just need to start playing with it.
But I don't know anything yet.
Yes, you do. You know the basics. Just start playing around. Come on, Evelyn. Try to experiment, okay? Pretend you're like a child and just do things. Don't worry about expertise or sounding good or whatever.
That's a lot of words for a beep boop.
It's supposed to be fun. So have fun!
We spent the rest of the night playing around and making weird noises with Nora's electronic music equipment. I didn't realize it then, but that was the beginning of a new direction in my life. The crowd of, I don't know how to pronounce that, is really responsive tonight. Something's in the air and everyone is feeling it. It might be the sense that spring is finally approaching after a long winter. Nora's been playing a bunch of her music tonight, but midway through she transitions into a different kind of track. Something a little more subdued, but hopefully still fun. This is a little track I made. Only the two of us know. I'm still working up the confidence to put my name on what I do, and I'm not sure I'll ever be the kind of person who gets up on stage. But this is still an important step for me. It's the first time a piece of music I made is being shared with the public. Nora never stopped encouraging me to mess around with all of the equipment she owns, and I ended up enjoying it quite a bit. I still don't know what I'm going to do to support myself in the long term, but I get by for now with contract work here and there. I also published an article describing how I became more skeptical of the computer-assisted therapy approach. After that, Soren and Rainer stopped trying to get me to join their companies. I don't need them. I want to reach the people who understand where I'm coming from, who want to hear what I have to say. Nora looks over to me and catches my eye. She's grinning. Uh-oh. That's the grin that means she's up to something.
Isn't this a beautiful track, everyone? It's the very first track ever by this girl right here.
Nora points toward me and the crowd breaks into cheers.
Everyone, let her know we want to hear more of her music, okay? Woo! You hear that? Yeah, what do you say, Evelyn?
Blood rushes to my face. People are smiling and applauding. They like what I made? They want me to make more? Nora continues her set and the music washes over me. You little mischievous creature. I don't know how it happened, but I'm tearing up right now. I have to use a sleeve to wipe my face. People are indistinct. Everything starts to blur together. I feel so warm. Don't tell me that she passes out or something.
I don't understand any of this,
Okay.
but I'm in love with it.
I'm in love with more than it.
Tonight, I'm in love with everyone, everything, even myself. I've never felt like this before, and I have no idea what I did to deserve it. But for the moment, I'm filled only with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for everything that led me to this place right here, this moment. Thank you.
I'm letting the credits play because honestly, A fucking plus. It was amazing. I loved everything about it. Even the parts that I didn't like about it, I still loved about it, you know? I enjoyed it so much. It's bright now. It was dark before. Aww. This was a really good game. I really, really liked this game. Just as I started complaining that there weren't enough choices is when it gave me too many choices. Ah! It was really, really good. I really enjoyed the ending as well. Like, obviously, you know, so there is some influence as to the particular ending that you get, so I'm glad about that. I still wonder if that's like the official Nora end, or if there's a little bit more something. But that was still really, really good. Honestly, I am absolutely happy with the ending that I got. That was a really good ending, and could more have happened? Sure. Good. But it was still a really good ending. I enjoyed the ending. It was good. 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 I mean, just in general, that was a really great game. 'Cause like, a lot of two of the main side characters, like main sides, you know, two of the main side characters were visibly LGBT. Well, I guess not visibly, but you know, LGBT, which was nice. And it was specifically the ones that didn't suck major ass. Like, so that was nice, that it was specifically the characters that are designed to be more likable were the ones that were LGBT, but it also was done in a very natural way, where I don't think, I mean, other than, you know, like saying Sappho, I don't think that they ever specifically stated anything, but it was all there for super implied, super inferred. Yeah. Openly. Not visibly, but openly. Yeah. Well, I mean, because, like, Nora was not hiding it at all. Her stage name was Sappho. So, like, yeah, okay. Immediately, like, yes. My beautiful lesbian lady. And then Ray, who was asexual, which was an interesting twist. I was not expecting that, but that was a very nice thing. Ray was, like, before that, Ray was not really one of my favorite characters. She was definitely better than a lot of them. Of course, Nora was my favorite character. Erland was okay. He was kind of weird. He was out there, but he was enjoyable. I'm trying to think where Evelyn ranked in my list of characters I liked. It was probably Nora at the top, and then Erland, Evelyn, Ray, everybody else you can't see. Nora up here, though. That's just how it worked. And then there were the sessions that we had. Maya was my favorite person to have sessions with. Holiday was my second favorite because she was amazing anytime she showed up. That last one made me really sad with her. And I think those are the only two people that I actually liked when it came to the sessions. I can't remember all of the people I had the first time around, but I'm pretty sure those are the only two people I've liked. There might have been one other person that I didn't mind so much. But, you know, it is what it is. Who was your favorite character other than Nora? Because Nora should be everyone's favorite character. No, I'm kidding. What'd y'all think? Who was your favorite character or characters? You can do top 3 if you can't decide. And you can pick any of the side character, main character, anything like that. We're just going to listen to the waves, but I'm going to switch us over to intermission. Hello, Bag. We're almost done. The game is over. If we're not counting Nora, then probably either Maya or Holiday. Honestly, like, talking with Holiday, that was just a joy. That was just a treat. I enjoyed talking with Holiday because we're just having a conversation, and it is lovely, and I want to respond. I wonder if it's possible to, probably not. I wish that I had gotten a Holiday as one of my people where I was able to, where I was actually breaking script. I wish I had Holiday as one of my people, because I would love to just sit there and, like, have a conversation with her. It would be amazing. What? What do you want? What do you want? So annoying. I love you. Having trouble there. You having trouble there, dear? It was probably set up so that you would have to decide who gets actual therapy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, God damn it. I was just thinking if I had stayed on script with some of them, could I have gotten some extra sessions, or would that have messed up everything? This would be an interesting game to go back to. Hey, stop! Stop climbing up the wall! Stop it! I just gotta yell at him the same way he yells. Definitely worth replaying to see. I would like to see some of the alternate endings. Hello, son. Yes, I'm almost done. I know. I'm so sorry. It's been going on so long. I know. I've been ignoring you. Say you only get a set number of sessions to break trip. Yeah, but I wasn't sure because like I only get a certain number of sessions in a day before a new set of things happen. So I wasn't sure if like I had a set limit of sessions. But yeah, because it could be. Yeah. But yeah, definitely some major replay value. I would love to see some of the alternate endings that are available. I want to see if I can push a little bit harder with hanging out with Evelyn, like now, or excuse me, having Evelyn hang out with Nora. Hanging out with Nora now that I know the outcome of some of the answers, I think would be lots of fun. But this game, just in general, lots of replay value. I highly recommend this game. It is really good. Computer-wise, it doesn't take anything too fantastic. It's like what you said. Yeah, basically. They're brothers, you know. What you said on TV. My son, what are you doing, son? My son! No, I snatched you up. Oh, he's mad now. Oh no, everything moved. Okay. Mwah. Be free. Bye. Actually, they're probably upset. They're gonna get some wet food tonight just because they're being spoiled right now. And I still got some of the wet food left over that you gave me, Ash, that your neighbor brought you. I've already taken my headset off. Like, I'm kind of done at the... I ever told you that y'all resemble each other. What? Anyways. Like, in a weird way, I can't put my finger on it, right? I think... See, because now I have to figure out what the heck am I gonna... I know! Arkham's got the zooms and he's in the bathroom. No! See, I can't keep my cats out of the bathroom even if I wanted to. They just exist there, and it's just the way that it is. They just exist in the bathroom, and it's like, okay. So I hide the toilet paper because otherwise they try and tear it up. It's just how it is. I ran out of juice like 40 minutes ago, and I've just been sad sitting here looking at this. Don't look at the lid. I ran out of juice. What? Ash, what are you talking about right now? We're having multiple conversations going on in the chat right now. I don't know what's happening. I want to understand what you're saying, Ash. What are you talking about? Okay. Okay. I'm going to end the stream here. I want to play this game again. I'm gonna play it at least one more time in my spare time. If we... Oh, okay. Gotcha. The best type of goods. Alright. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for joining me on the end of Eliza. I'm going to have to find out more, ending it on a chaotic note. Honestly, straight up. That's my favorite way of ending things. I'm going to have to try and find more games by these particular people because I would love to play more games that are any way remotely similar to this. This was fucking amazing. I love it. And I'll be uploading all of the episodes eventually. Hopefully. Next couple of weeks I'll try and get it done in the next week. I've got a little bit of time. Yeah. I'll try and get all of the episodes loaded up on YouTube so that they're out there, they're out there. And eventually maybe we'll even play this again, or at least find some of the alternate endings would be pretty cool. But for now, this is where we part. 'Tis the end, and a good night to all. Good night, good day, good all of that stuff. For anybody who's watching this over on the YouTubes, thank you so much for watching. I definitely appreciate you being here with us on this magical little journey that we went on. 3 episodes, but, tis what it is. I stream over on Twitch. The Twitch, that's where I am right now, but you're watching over on the YouTube. I stream over on Twitch pretty much every Wednesday, except when I don't. But pretty much every Wednesday, we play random games, stuff like this. I've got a couple of things lined up for the next one. Haven't quite decided what it is that I'm going to be playing, because I think I'm probably going to play a scary game, because I've been feeling some spooks. Are in the mood. It's probably going to be doing that here pretty soon. I post all of my stuff over on the YouTubes when I remember to do it. Honestly, I've got some catching up to do. It's been a little bit. Follow me over on the TikTok, because I'm actually doing things over there, which is kind of crazy. I'm doing some things. I've reached over 100 followers on TikTok, which is so cool. It's not a lot, but it's a lot. That's 100 people. I can't name 100 people. Well, I probably could. You can follow me on Twitter. I don't post anything on Twitter. I started it because I was going to, post, but I don't. So, you can follow me on Twitter. You can not follow me. Follow me on TikTok. That'd be cool. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on YouTube. Watch the streams, whatever. I hope everyone has a wonderful night, wonderful day, wonderful evening, whatever time of day it is. Everyone have a wonderful year. I'm hoping 2020, 2022 is we'll see. But thank you all for being here, and bye.